Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. This is Jeff Long. Hopefully you can hear me. I want to make sure that our technology is working correctly before we get started. We are still a few minutes away from the curtain rising. So as we get started here, I'm just going to play some music, set the mood. I'm going to check the chat, make sure everybody can hear me. I've been having some issues with my computer lately. So hopefully we'll have no issues and the technology gods will smile down upon me. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. If you can, just go ahead and use the chat and let me know you can hear my voice. That would be wonderful. Hey, there, I can hear you. I can see you. I can see you guys can hear me. That's wonderful. How's everyone doing tonight? I am super excited to be with you. For most of you, this is your first time meeting me and hearing about the textbot program and opportunity. So we're super grateful and really fired up for you, because what we're going to learn about tonight hopefully will help your 2020 be a lot better. So if you can, just come on in and let us know. Just let us know where you're coming in from. Where are you at in the world? Got California, Maryland, Georgia, Texas, Florida. Wow, you guys, we have so many people on this webinar. I got to tell you, we had almost 1,000 register. I had a goal of getting 1,000 registrations, and I think we're sitting somewhere in the ballpark of, let me see, what did I just send? My 942 is the last I checked. Let me check and see it again. I really want to hit 1,000. That'd be amazing. 969. That's fantastic. So yeah, we may hit 1,000 by the time we get started. So that's wonderful. It's always a really cool thing to see that when you just with a few emails and reaching out to a couple people, you can get 1,000 people to register for a webinar. Now let's see how many people we've got showing up. This is pretty awesome. Nick from South Africa. I love seeing people from all over the world. That's Los Angeles, San Diego, Milwaukee. Hey, that's so wonderful. All right. Let me check. We got 226 people on this webinar right now, y'all, and more people are joining right now. So as we get started, what I love to do, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. These things, I've been doing this for 20 years, and every single time I get on a webinar, especially one of this size, it literally just scares the you-know-what out of me. It makes me very nervous, you know, lots of things. And so I'm going to set the energy. I'm going to play one of my favorite songs for you. It's like 3 minutes long. It's totally worth it. Watch, and I'm going to sharing my screen with you so you can see the words. And I want to kind of have this kind of set the tone. And whether you like this kind of music or not, the words are really, really awesome. So let me know if you can hear this. As you're coming on in, just enjoy the music. We'll get started in just a few minutes.
It's like the song was already written. Let's sit back, relax, and have a listen. Listen to the message, no time for second guessing. Life it is a blessing. Don't focus on what's missing. When you're stressed out, take a deep breath. I hope that you can see it. The world needs people like you. You're here to make a difference. Go on and make a change. Step into the rain, and I believe in you. And someday we will meet again. I'm 100 million miles from where I thought I was. I'm starting to become the person that I knew I could. So here I am, here I stand. I'm becoming a better man. The man I'll stay as high as man. So understand it's everything. It is alright. I got to make it alright. It's so easy. It's gonna be alright. It's so easy. Gotta make it alright. Said I gotta make it alright. And so you your soul it as a walking, singing the songs and the words that have been spoken. Put your mind at ease with this melody. Love don't cost you nothing, so set your loving free. So your world has been shaking, your heart it has been breaking. Ask what more can I do, but the answer's deep inside you. So look and you shall find, leave the past behind. Have a little faith, everything will be just fine. When I look up to the sky, I see no broken dreams. I see an angel in the sky who's smiling down on me. She says hello, even though I'm not by myself alone. She gave me love, gave me hope. When I'm lost, she take me home. But it's alright, right. And I got to make it alright. It's so easy, easy. It's gonna be alright, alright. It's so easy, easy. It's gonna be alright. You gotta make it alright. Take it easy. Come on, baby, take it easy. Come on, take it easy. Come on, baby, take it easy. Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys enjoy that song as much as I do. I listen to this song every single day. It really has an amazing message, and that did what it was supposed to do. Put me at ease. And can everybody hear me? I want to make sure that even though I just played that song, I didn't mess up our audio stream. Can everybody hear me? Wonderful. We are 4 minutes past the hour, so we are going to get started here. We have 339 people attending this webinar live. That is wonderful, y'all. I am so honored that I have the attention of so many of you tonight on Thursday night. You have many options of what you could be doing tonight, and here you are spending time with me. So thank you so much. I'll let you know who I am here in just a few minutes. I want to make sure we get all of our technology stuff out of the way. And yes, it is being recorded for anyone that is wondering. Brian Morrison, 2 a.m. here in the UK. Now that's dedication. It's so easy for us in the US just to like log on. For me, it's 7 o'clock here in Mountain Time. For a lot of people, maybe it's 9 o'clock over on the East Coast. But hey, you're staying up or maybe even getting up. Mariana, you're always here. Oh, I just love it. 3 a.m. in Budapest. That's what I'm talking about. So yes, there will be a replay. If you need to leave early, go ahead. It's all good. Don't stress about it. We're here just to have a good time. I'm going to give you the information that you're here to receive. Let's get started. I don't want to talk your ear off. I have a lot of content to deliver to you tonight. Welcome once again. Let me switch over to my presentation here and turn on my video so you guys can see me, meet me as I talk to you here. Hi, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? So now you can everybody see my video, okay? I'm trying to stream in HD. We'll see how it goes. My internet has been very, very wonky today, of all days. So I cannot see myself, but if you can see me, that's awesome. This thing is really just kind of scaring me, to be honest, but we're gonna see how it behaves. As long as you can see me. Awesome. And hey, look at the shirt. We're going to get you guys the ability to get yourself some shirts as well. But hey, if it's not hard, you can just get the textbot logo and go, create yourself a shirt, $10 or something like that. That's all I did. Very easy. So we can put the textbot logo in the back office for you if you want to do that. But let's get started. So for those of you who are brand new with us, first and foremost, thank you. Thanks for coming to join us to learn all about textbot.ai. We're going to get into the presentation here in just a few minutes. I just want to get everybody a chance to hop in. Your volume goes way down when you move away from the mic. So what I will do is I will try not to, we already got somebody coming in and Spamming. Woohoo. It's lovely. So can you guys still hear me? If you could do me a favor and just kind of be a respectful adult and don't put your link in the chat, that would be really awesome, because you're kind of just embarrassing yourself when you do that. You're not taking anything from me. Okay, so you can hear me, you can see me. Let's get started. I will try not to move away from my mic. I really want to stay on this good sounding mic, so I'll just try to stay still and stay close to it. Perfect. Let me close the chat so I can focus. We will get started here, and I am super excited to just jump into the content. Now, there's a couple of different audiences on this call, on this webinar right now. I always find it silly when people say a call and it's actually a webinar, but that's just coming from 20 years of experience. And, 20 years ago, we all did calls. So you can hear a lot. You could tell how seasoned somebody is by how much they call a webinar a call. Anyways, welcome everybody. This is your textbot.ai official live webinar, September 3rd, 2020. And I'm going to cover tonight's agenda so that you know exactly what to expect. I know it sucks hopping on a webinar and then having somebody just talk to you for 3 hours and you didn't expect that. Now, while some of my webinars usually can go 3 hours because we just have so much fun together and we have a lot of content to cover, I'm really going to try to keep this as short as possible. So I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to move fast. And for those of you that are familiar with this already, just tune in, refresh your memory on what we're doing here. And hey there, I can see myself again. Now I feel better. 377 people on this webinar right now, y'all. Let me take a picture of this so you know I'm not BSing you. I hate when people do that crap. You can see. I do. There we go. 378 now. All right, 79. It just keeps going up. So here's tonight's agenda, my friends. I'm going to give you a little introduction about who we are, who I am. Okay, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. Now we're at 382. That's wonderful. This is so great, you guys. Then we're going to talk about the power of our product, the profitability of our opportunity here, how to get started with us for those of you who are brand new. We're going to blow through all this stuff. I'm going to show you some social proof that this works. So it's not just me telling you that it works. We've got hundreds and hundreds of people that they're changing their life with this, getting paid, generating leads. It's just awesome. And then I'm going to bring on our special guest speaker. I was getting a text earlier that he was having some challenges, so we may not be able to do that part of the opportunity, that part of the presentation. That will suck. I will not be very happy with that, but hey, we got to roll with what comes. And so we'll try to get him on when the time comes, and we'll see how that goes. Then I've got some really, really important and exciting company updates and announcements. But before I jumped into that, for those of you who are brand new, because, we did invite people who wanted to hear about this for the first time. So this is going to be kind of a sales/training webinar. And then at the end, obviously, I'm going to do some Q&A if there's some time. So the intention here is I want to go through the product. I want to show you exactly what we have. I want to tell you why it was created, why you need to be part of it with us, how you can use it, all that good stuff. Show you some social proof that it works, bring on our guest speaker, and give you some company updates and announcements. After that, we'll do some product training if there is, if we haven't gone too long into the presentation, and we've got some time for that. And then obviously Q&A. If you want to stick around for that. So we'll decide at the end. So let's get into it. So first of all, I want you to meet the company. It's so important for you to know that this is you got a real company supporting this. It's not just some guys in their basement trying to steal money from people. And that tends to be sometimes the judgment and the assumption instantly when you start seeing an opportunity where you have the ability to make money outside of trading your time for dollars. So we're a debt-free 2-year-old software company. Headquartered right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we've got another office in Palm Coast, Florida on its way, and another office being built out in Cleveland, Ohio. This is part of the very exciting stuff I want to talk to you about. TextBot is expanding. Things are exploding, and I can't wait to share more details with you about that. All right, so my name is Jeffrey Allen Long. I'm the CEO and creator of TextBot. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about myself, but all I really want you to know is that I've been helping people make money online for 20 years. I've been at this for a long time. I've created and owned systems, softwares and money-making programs that have generated millions of leads and over $10 million in commissions combined for all the things that I've created. So in summary, the things that I create really do not just make me money in my career, but they really do help other people make money. And that's what I'm all about. What you need to know about me is I have owned my own time for 20 years. I have not had a job. I've been an entrepreneur, grinding it out, the ups and downs, the hard times, the abundant times, done it all. And through it all, I never once gave up and said, nope, I can't do it. I got to go get a job. I always figured it out. And I say that because, well, I'm proud of that fact. I'm really proud of that fact because a lot of people, oh, there he is. Marcus, are you finally on? Looks like we got you on. That's wonderful. But I want to keep going here. So let me make sure that you coming in here didn't mess up my stream. Can you guys still hear me okay? Let me move to the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful. I will keep going. I don't know if you can still see me, but that is okay. We'll just keep rocking. So that's really important for you to know, because if you're somebody that's like, yeah, I want to own my time too. I want to have time freedom. Well, it'd be stupid for me to sit here to tell you and teach you how to have time freedom if I've never experienced it ever before, ever. It's like somebody teaching you real estate who's never had success in real estate. It just doesn't happen that way, right? So that's why I wanted to just kind of brush on that for a second. The other thing you need to know about me, I really got a passion for network and affiliate marketing and that kind of a business model, and then helping people use that model combined with the internet to really just change their life and to make the money they need to make and free themselves up. Just a little bit more about me. Well, I got this all screwed up, but that's all right. I want to show you something. So I'm a father of 4 beautiful children. These are my kids here. That's my beautiful wife. Those are my chillins. And I'm also a husband. I'm a singer and an actor. I'm actually classically trained opera singer, which not many people know about me. And just for sense of entertainment, just want to show you a quick video to show you I'm not full of it. Here, just watch this real quick, 45 seconds. This is actually a quick clip of me playing the role of Enjolras in Las Vegas. This was one of my favorite theater experiences, and I'll play a quick clip here for you. That's me right there. Just kind of show you proof. A lot of people can say a lot of things about themselves, but I just wanted to just get you to know me a little bit. Let's break down these barriers, because a lot of you don't know me. And when you jump on a presentation like this, talking about how to make money, like I said, it's kind of natural to just have your guard instantly go up, and you've actually naturally got these assumptions and judgments. And I really just want to kind of break that down, let you know I'm just a regular human being like you that has had a very strong passion for 20 years of my life of ensuring that I live my best life possible, and that nobody ever takes over my moments, and no one ever has the ability to tell me how to spend my moments. And I've spent my entire life, my whole career, creating things to help people enter that kind of a life for themselves as well. All right, so that's a little bit about me. So let's enter here into the bulk of our presentation, because what we're going to talk about tonight is the sad truth that if you are a business owner, it's very, very important for you to be able to communicate with your customers, your prospective customers, your leads and customers, right? And so what have we been doing for the last several years? We've been trying to figure out how to communicate with people in their email. Well, it's 2020, and I can tell you that, and not only me, but you know, there's so many people that would attest to this, that email is definitely not what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. Not at all. And I'm not going to harp on this too much, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse and be the person that says email is dead. It's not. And anyone that tells you that email is dead, you know, they're just full of it, and they're trying to sell you something. And I promise you, email isn't dead. But what you need to do is combine the power of email with what we're going to talk about tonight, which is text messaging. And this is why email is so hard. I just kind of want to illustrate it. You got spam filters, you got spam laws, you got spam complaints, and it's so difficult to get your message into the inbox. And that's why TextBot was created, okay? Now, this is why our product is a must-have for any business owner and entrepreneur. It allows you to communicate with your leads and customers via text message without you ever having to pick up your phone. And I really can't say it as simple, more simple than that. It allows you to send text messages without you actually having to twiddle your thumbs and type out a message. It's very cool. We've got simple and affordable 1 cent per text pricing here, and $1 per month per active phone number. So we get the pricing right out of the way, and so you know exactly what to expect. Now, the reason that text messaging is where you really, when we're talking about communicating with your leads and customers, there's a reason why it's very important for you to add text messaging into the mix. If you're not text messaging your leads and customers right now, after this webinar, if you're not doing that still, then you really need to question whether or not you're a business owner and an entrepreneur. Because I'm telling you right now, 98% of text messages are actually read. You've probably seen these stats before. They're not new. 90% of text messages are read within 3 minutes. And the reason that people like me, who are super passionate about text messaging, always bring out these stats is because it's so important for you to realize that text messaging is how you're actually going to get your message received and read. You can, I mean, email, you're lucky to get, you know, I'm seeing somewhere in the ballpark of, let me think. So trying to think off the top of my head without giving you BS numbers. I think the last email that I sent to my list got about a 10% open rate, which is pretty cool. But I mean, 98%, when you send a text message, 98% of those messages are actually going to get read. Whether or not they're going to respond and take action, that's up to you and your message, but they at least get read, right? The thing you need to understand is that text messaging is the closest thing to instant communication with your audience that you can get. And in today's day and age where attention is everything, you have to be able to grab the attention of the person that you're trying to get the message to, or obviously they're never going to see your message and then you're not going to get any results. What you need to understand is that over 90% of business is lost in the marketplace due to poor follow-up. And it's not because people, well, there's two things. I think people really just don't understand how to follow up correctly. And the other thing, and the major reason behind this, is they don't have the time. You don't have the time. You barely have the time right now to generate new business, let alone try to communicate with and follow up with old business to generate the new business. And so that's a lot of what we can help out with, all right? The main thing, the main reason that this, hold on one second. My dogs just came in here and super distracting. Let me get them out. Go, go, go. Okay. My apologies. But the main reason that you've got to have this product or something like this is you to gain back your valuable time. There's no reason for you to be doing things that technology can do for you. And so hopefully by the end of this webinar, you'll have your mind open to the possibilities of what this particular technology can do for you. But if you're not leveraging today's technology in your business, hopefully now's the time that you'll start doing that. All right. So let's talk about the power of the product. And this is Ava. Okay. So Ava is our automated virtual assistant. That's what Ava stands for. Okay. And this is what Ava is going to do for you. She'll automatically answer incoming calls. She'll automatically deliver information. She'll answer questions. She'll filter out negative and nasty people so you never have to deal with them. And if you're anything like me, I'm a really sensitive dude. And when I see the word F you come through, or people are really mad, or they're, just hating, that really has an effect on me and my day. I'm working on that. But if you're like me, then you're going to really appreciate the fact that you won't have to deal with those. And, the technology will just filter those people out and you won't have to communicate with them anymore. So that's one of the cool things. It'll also send emails on your behalf without you ever having to do anything, and it'll automatically follow up for you. And as it's following up and as it's doing all of this, Ava will qualify your leads. So you're only communicating with, texting with people that are, actually going to say yes to your offer or are actually interested in your offer. Your time is valuable, y'all. Your time is so valuable. And I know you know this, so it's very important that you spend your time on money-making activities and asking people questions, delivering information, and doing all these mundane tasks. These aren't really money-making activities. I mean, they are, but they're money-making activities that can be done for you, which means you don't have to trade your time for these money-making activities. Instead, you can put technology, specifically our technology, Ava, to work for you, to do all this for you. And then the other thing that she does for you, if you're interested, if you like money, she'll send you some. And we're going to talk a lot about how that happens as well. Because if most of you got my email where I mentioned, that there's one thing that we do that is extremely unique in the marketplace. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to answer that question for you, what that is, here in just a second. So, I was going to show you visually kind of how this works, but I think I think you get the gist, right? You get the gist of how this works. But the really important thing that you need to know is that as Ava's working on your behalf and generating leads and qualifying leads, you can then just quickly just click on their name and hold a two-way text message conversation with them right from your back office. Here, I'll just show it to you real quick. I always get so nervous like hopping in and trying to do live demos because this is where the technology gremlins usually get me. But I want to show you this really quick here. Now I have a ton of conversations. So if you see here, we can go, it shows you who's unsubscribed. I don't want to reveal too much personal data, but you can kind of see, if I go down to some older ones. So you can kind of see the flow, and I could easily just type a text. I could just type a message and it would be sent to this Jeremy Green guy. It's as simple as that. And then when they reply, you'll be able to see it. It's just like think of like a chat bot, but instead of doing it via Facebook Messenger or another messenger app, you're doing it via text message, right? So it's simple as that. All right, so let's hop back in here. Okay, so let's jump in here. So we got a simple CRM to help you track and organize your leads. So as people are calling in and texting in, they'll become a lead in your back office. And you can easily and quickly, keep track of them. And we're doing some major improvements to our CRM system. So be on the lookout for that. I'm super, super fired up to bring you those updates. To be honest with you, there are things that when I'm in there, I'm like, I really need this. I really want this. And if I want it, then I'm sure you guys want it. So those things are coming real soon. It's going to be really cool. It's just stuff like being able to organize your leads a little bit better, being able to, the data being tied better together. It's kind of messy right now. So we're going to clean all that up. And then the other thing it does for you, you can view real-time stats and tracking. So you can kind of see what's happening. You can see how many leads you're generating. You can see where your leads are being generated. Let me show you this real quick. You can come in here and you can come to your, let's see here, links. So you can come in here to links and you can create a tracking link. So for example, if you want to track your marketing efforts and you want to, so maybe you want a different link for Facebook and a different link for your emails and a different link for Craigslist. Well, you can do that. And then real soon you'll be able to create different phone numbers as well for the same purpose. So you can really do some cool things with tracking of your marketing. Sorry, I keep jumping back and forth here, but I really want to just show you that we actually have our product here, and it actually is live. And when you pay your $100 because that's all it costs to get all this. Okay. It's only $100 one time. I just jump right into the price so that you know for the rest of this webinar, that's what it's going to cost you to leverage, the basic version of what we're offering. Okay. And plus you got a minimum of $10 in usage credits. So $110 and you're in business. Now, now we're going to talk about the money here in just a second. But what I want you to understand is, yes, I know that there's many other different text messaging platforms out there. I'm not naive enough to think that, we're the only game in town. I know that. This is what I would call if you're familiar with the blue ocean and red ocean strategy, there's a book out there called The Blue Ocean. Can't remember who wrote it, but it's all about taking a marketplace such as text message marketing, which is really a red ocean marketplace. If you think about it, there's a lot of competition in this marketplace. And if you go do a Google search of, online SMS marketing software, you will see that that is true. So you're probably like, well, why would you enter into such a red ocean marketplace? And the reason is because there's something that I've done for 20 years pretty well, and that's enter a red ocean marketplace and turn it into a blue ocean marketplace. And I believe that's exactly what we've done here, because while a lot of our features and stuff are the same of what you're going to get by paying, $10, $20 a month or whatever with any of our competition, where we really turn this into a unique something that it puts us in a category of our own, is that we have a business opportunity here where you can actually sell the value of our product, because we have an incredibly valuable product, and you can make money, not in the traditional sense of like, you're going to give you an affiliate commission. No, you can make money in a very unique, attractive, and really simple way. And for those of you that are interested in making money, which I'm sure is 99% of the audience on this webinar right now, I think you're really going to enjoy the next part of this webinar. But before we jump into this though, I do want to I want to break this up, and I want to bring our special guest out. Marcus, are you on the webinar? I want to see if I can hear you. I may have to do some, it looks like you're muted. We're going to try this for just a few minutes here and try to get Marcus on. I'd love for him to come out, and I'd love to introduce Marcus to you.
Can you hear me, Jeff?
Oh, yes. I've never been happier to hear your voice, brother.
Yes, man. I'm here. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let me do a quick intro for you, and then if you don't mind, I'm going to have you just come out and speak to everybody real quick.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, guys. Let me just get to this. I kind of jumping around my presentation, but I kind of just feeling it out, and I feel like now is the time I'm going to bring you in. So everybody, this is my he's a good friend of mine. We've known each other for years. Been kind of working in the industry parallel to one another, and it's cool how universe, God, however you want to say it, kind of brings people together at the right time. And I definitely believe that this is the perfect time for Marcus and I to be working together. And I'm honored to be working with him because, Marcus is I'm just going to read this so you guys, because I don't want to take anything away from him. Marcus Taylor is a sought-after transformational, motivational speaker, pastor, filmmaker, singer, and musician. He's also the CEO and creative director of Unlock Elevation, a forward-thinking transformational ecosystem that educates and empowers people from all over the world to unlock their future. Marcus is a lyrical architect on a mission to help millions build a bridge from dreams to reality through the gift and power of language. And Marcus met the love of his life, Shada. As I'm saying that correctly, Marcus?
Shade.
Shade. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you say that? Whom he married in June 2011. They share two beautiful children together, Judah and Ezra. Sorry for just reading that, brother, but I didn't want to miss anything that was important about what makes you valuable. But what I can add to that, based upon how what I know about Marcus, he's one of the most honest, integrous human beings I've ever met, who is truly on a mission, who truly cares about people, and is truly on a mission to help people have a better life by changing the way they think about their life. With that, I'm going to bring on Marcus just for a second to chat with y'all.
Yeah, Jeff, man, I'm so excited to be here. I want you guys to know, and I want you to raise your gratitude for TextBot, raise your gratitude for the software. Just take your gratitude and your thankfulness to the next level. I'm gonna be my own timekeeper and go for about 5 minutes, but I think one of the things you need to understand is that the power of decision. You can make a decision to change your life, or for the good, or for the worse. And so you need to make a decision tonight to really plant your flag. You're talking to somebody who knows what homelessness feels like. You're talking to somebody who knows what it's like to have everything taken, and to be, in a place where none of us want to be. And I've been studying the mind for the last 10 years, and I am passionate about personal development. And so, one of the things you really want to commit to is this technology, this software, but also this community. A CEO is very dedicated if he's on a webinar at 9:33 at night, 2 a.m., whatever your time is. This is very valuable, that he's the owner of this company and he's on a webinar with you. And so you need to raise your gratitude, raise your thanksgiving, and plant your flag for 1 year. Don't come into this and say, I'm out if you don't make money in your first 2 weeks. Plant your flag. Give yourself an opportunity, a chance to win. Give yourself permission to walk and step into the realm of abundance. Inside of this TextBot community, I'm excited, I'm elated, because I get to bring motivation via and empowerment and transformation via the personal evolution library, which we're going to be building out this month at the 100, and then at the $500 business center, you're going to get the lifestyle ascension. And we've got some what to expect videos dropping, I believe this tomorrow or Monday at the latest. But you're going to get what to expect in those two libraries. So I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to be connected with Jeff and this community. If there's anything you want to see on social media, like, you can inbox us on at Instagram. Is a cleaner DM system. We don't really we get a lot of people from around the world that really can't work TextBot, that blow up our Facebook messages. But I think the best place to kind of, if you want to send some ideas, not to support, but directly to kind of like the media team, you can send it to textbot official. Is that right? At gmail.com, Jeff? Is it textbot official at gmail.com? Hey,
I
Jeff,
got
you here?
unmute myself. Sorry. Yeah, that's correct, brother.
Oh, yeah, TextBot official. So I got about 2 more minutes left. So send your ideas. If you want to see something on social media, I want you to get proud about TextBot, proud about the software. Give yourself a year, and don't think about the money, but think about the problem you are solving. We are problem solvers. We are people that are bringing a solution. Anybody in any business, in anywhere, can use TextBot to drive leads, drive traffic, create their leads list and make sales into their primary business. So it doesn't matter if another BizOp launches tomorrow and another BizOp launches Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and we got this shiny ball syndrome. It doesn't matter. TextBot is the end all be all. It is the number one tool that I believe every business owner needs. So look at TextBot as a problem-solving technology and a community that is empowering you to transform your life and walk into your destiny. Like, why are you here? Chadwick Boseman just passed away, the Black Panther guy who did Wakanda. And the guy left a legacy in all of 7 years. He got his big break in 2013, died in 2020. What is your legacy? How will you be remembered? And I think a part of your legacy needs to be all the people that you help, the affiliates, the network marketers, the families, the single mom that you helped not only transform their mindset, but generate an extra income. So give yourself a year. That is my number one message for today. And then I'm excited. If you have any ideas that you want to see, this is your company. We built this for the people, and you might as well say it's built by the people for the people. It's all about you and the problems you're able to solve. So if there's something you want to see on these social media outlets, you can email us at the media team at textbotofficial@gmail.com. But Jeff, I'm honored to be here. Let's build the future, man. It's going to be great.
I'm honored to have you part of the team, man. Honestly, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to everybody a little more about Marcus later on as I kind of unveil some exciting things that are happening within the company structure, the corporate structure. But before I do, I want to give you an idea of what Marcus brings to the table. So Marcus does all of our social media content, your promo videos that you're going to have to go out there and just crush it with. He's putting all those together. And let me just kind of give you an idea of the quality, the heart that he puts into his work and plays for you.
I think we can all agree that time is not on our side. It's the one commodity we all need more of. It's about time you unlock the power of artificial intelligence to start creating the life that up until now has only existed in your head. I think that's what time freedom is all about. You see, at TextBot, time freedom means choosing where you spend your time and choosing who to spend your time with. They say time is precious. Make sure you spend it with the right people. I mean, how would you like to turn your cell phone into an ATM? Travel the world, be with friends, family, have more time. Nationwide, from New York to Dallas, all the way to California, our resellers have made a decision that they refuse to spend the rest of their life trading dollars for hours, that there's got to be a better way. When are you going to experience true time freedom? Get back to the person that shared this video with you. We'll see you on the inside.
Good job, man. I love that video so much. It really just, I think it illustrates the heart of our company very well. So you did a great job. And, you know, I share that with you guys so you can you can go to, you can see all this for yourself. There's a ton of videos on YouTube. We've got a ton of content here on our Instagram channel. So yeah, spend some time, go through all this. You can see the quality of the marketing materials that we give you. And Marcus, you're just knocking it out of the park, man. And I'm not gonna say it too early, but I'm gonna share some exciting things with you at the end of this webinar regarding all of this. So thanks for coming out and sharing your heart with everybody, Marcus. And I'm very excited for everyone to get to know you more and your message and be part of your mission to absolutely change lives. And it's great to combine that mission with you.
Thanks for having me, Jeff, man. Ready to change the world.
Absolutely. You know, there's one surefire way to change the world, everybody, and that's to change yourself. If you change yourself, then you change the world. If you change yourself for the better, you change the world for the better. And that's really hopefully what I'm hoping that you see here, that this is something you can do different and better in your life. And, let's get into a little bit more about how you can make money as a TextBot reseller and exactly how that works. So let's get into it. Everybody hear me okay still? Marcus, can you hear me and see the screen and everything?
Yeah, you're good, man.
Beautiful. All right, so before I jump into the bullet points of this, I hate just going on bullet points of a slide of a slide. Really want to personalize this for you and help you understand that there's two directions I could have taken this technology. Okay, and this is really where things become very unique, because you need to understand something. This text messaging software and technology, unless you are a programmer or somebody that has a lot of money and a lot of time on your hands, I mean, I'm not trying to be conceited by saying this, but you really would not have the opportunity that you now have to play in this market, to play in this marketplace, to win in this marketplace. It is a massive, massive industry. And what I've done is I've really allowed anybody and everybody the ability to tap into the incredibly profitable market that this is, this text message marketing. Because, and I should have these stats, but I don't have them on this particular screen, but I've got some stats that show the power of not the power of, but how big your marketplace is, because there's literally, all you need to know is that there's millions and millions and millions of business owners right now who are not leveraging this technology at all. I'm not talking about just not using textbot. I'm talking about not texting their customers at all. And so now you have the ability to come in and offer them the ability to text their leads and customers. And now you can get paid directly for doing it. We're not talking about a standard affiliate program where we're just going to pay you, a couple dollars a month for referring people to us. No, you get paid $100 to $500 directly via any payment method of your choice when somebody chooses that they too want to buy textbot from you. And you get paid by PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, credit card, Bitcoin, or however you choose to get paid. And that's what really attracting so many people to this opportunity, because for once they know that if they spend time and money on marketing, that they're going to get money, and they don't have to wait for it, right? If you're out there spending your time and your money on marketing, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just see digital money coming in or getting notifications saying you got commissions, but having to wait for that money to be manifested in your reality in a way that you can actually use it. So that's the benefit of getting paid directly, because when you have money coming to you instantly, well, then you can use that money instantly, right? Now, the cool thing about this whole thing, there's not many products out there that allow you to make money and actually the product sells itself just by you using the product. You don't actually have to go out. Do you realize this? I mean, you really don't have to. You're going to get better results if you do this, but you don't have to go out and directly sell textbot to make sales of textbot. What I mean by that is by using the product to generate leads and to automatically communicate with your leads and customers via text message, your leads and customers are going to see this software. And then we've set it up so that they can learn about it if they want to. And if they want to buy it, they're going to buy it directly from you. So just by using the product, you're selling the product at the same time. So you're generating leads and you're setting yourself up to make more money. Now it's strange because there's people that are like, well, what if I don't want to sell the product? Well, if you don't like additional money, I guess that's your choice, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to make additional money from people saying, yeah, I love this product, I want to buy it. And why you just let other people get that money, I don't know, but you certainly have that ability. You just to use the product and not worry about the money-making aspect. But I really don't think there's anybody on this webinar that's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm cool just giving money to other people and letting other people get the money that I could have gotten. So don't be that person. All right. The product literally sells itself for you 24/7 just by you using it. And then if anyone you connect with Ava purchases the software, you're going to get paid $100 to $500. Now, why $100 to $500? We'll talk about in a little bit. The $100 is the basic level called Ava Basic, and the $500 level is the Ava Plus, which allows you more customization features and a lot more, which we'll talk about here in a second. Okay. Now, what you really need to understand about this is that we don't just set you up to be a glorified salesperson where you can just go change your life by just making one-off sales of our software. Now, what I really need you to do, and I'm going to ask you to do this, clear your mind of anything that you are currently thinking right now that you think this is when I say things like making money from other people's efforts. Because I'm gonna guess that in your mind, when you hear something like this, you're gonna start forming a pyramid structure in your mind, and you're gonna start thinking, I'm gonna start drawing circles on the screen. Well, that isn't the case here. We have something very unique called our Compounding Efforts Reseller Plan, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you what this is, because we've set this up in a way where you can go make $100 and $500 directly for every single direct sale that you make of textbot. But we've also set it up to where you can actually leverage other people's efforts so that you can make money from other people's efforts. Because I'm going to tell you this, leveraging other people's efforts is the single most surefire way of creating time freedom in your life. That's why during this time of the pandemic, and people are so freaking out right now in their lives, they don't have a whole lot of surety. This is why you see the MLM, multi-level marketing and home business and affiliate marketing space just exploding, because this is a true fact and people know it, that if you find a way to leverage other people's efforts and you make money when other people make money, then that's a great way to set yourself up with time freedom, is it not? No, but this is the problem, right? This is the problem. And I'll talk about it in a second. And it's a problem with the mind. It's the problem with your mind. When you hear about other ways to make money outside of your job and outside of trading time for dollars, your mind instantly says, oh, it's a scam. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. And you instantly shut yourself off to what could have absolutely changed your life. I don't want to see you do that. Here's the truth. If you can find a way to make money when lots of other people make money, then you'll find your way to time freedom. But there's a different way to do this. You don't have to do it by drawing circles on a screen and creating a pyramid structure. There's a different way of doing this, and we found it, and it's really cool. And we call this compounding efforts. And here's how it works. So you're going to receive $100 and even $500 instant and direct commissions from the sales of your team members, right? Your direct sales. Then every person you sell TextBot to will be required to qualify to receive team bonus commissions by making 2 sales. What this means is that if you want to actually receive the full benefits of our compounding efforts reseller plan and receive pass-up sales from your team, you got to qualify yourself to do that by making just 2 sales. That's it. Now, your first sale, that $100 commission will go to you. And then your second sale, the $100 commission will go to your inviter. This is where I need you to work with me, okay? I need you to work with me because you hear stuff like this and you say, and you instantly think MLM and you instantly think that pyramid structure. I really need you to think about this differently. A pyramid structure kind of builds deep, right? You make all your money from multiple different levels. Well, with this, you're building lateral. And I'll kind of explain what I mean by that a little more. Now, once you've passed up your second sale, just getting 2 sales, that's all you got to do. Now you're fully qualified to receive $100 payments with no limit and no more pass-ups are required. So your third sale on, all that money automatically goes directly to you, however you've chosen to get paid, okay? Now you're also qualified to receive, this is where it gets very, very powerful. This is where the leverage kicks in. You're also qualified to receive the second sale of every single person on your team to infinity. I'm going to illustrate this for you here in just a second so you understand it completely. Now, since everyone will be passing up their second sale to their inviter, this creates the key component to having time freedom in your life, leveraged income. Okay, we just talked about this. Now, here's how it works. Every sale that gets passed up to you, that person will also now pass up their second sale to you. And now that person will pass up their second sale to you. And this goes to infinity. Let me illustrate this for you. Okay. I'll do that in just a second. This is how you can receive $100 payments from the efforts of others. And you can do it monthly, weekly, or even daily. So you could be getting these $100 and these $500 payments through the method that I'm going to illustrate for you here in a second, just simply by other people's efforts. And you don't have to be the one actually going out there and making all the sales. That's what really sets this up in a way that people are very excited about it, because how easy is it to go out there and share a phone number? If you're just looking to make money, then you can just go share a phone number and sell our software. But if you already have an existing business, share your phone number, generate leads, and let the product go to work for you by just people seeing the power of the product. Make sense? Now, obviously, I have to mention this for legal reasons, but this goes without saying. And just always know this when you come on webinars with us. And, it's an interesting thing that we always have to say this, but there is no guarantee of income. Not here, not anywhere. There is no guarantee of income out there unless you're trading your time for dollars. If you want a guarantee of income, then go trade your time for dollars. But if you're tired of doing that, or you want to add to what you're already bringing into your life and your reality because you're trading your time for dollars, this is a great way to do it. But there's no result. There's no guarantee. Your results will obviously be determined by your own work and efforts. All right, let's get that out of the way. Now, let me just share with you just a couple of points here. For those of you that are familiar with this industry, you're familiar with all the different kind of compensation plans out there. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. I think I could do an entire webinar just on this topic as to why the reverse one-up is the most honest, ethical, and powerful compensation plan. And let me just tell you this. Okay, I've been in this industry 20 years. I've created compensation plans. I've programmed compensation plans. I've literally I've literally created the code from scratch for some of the most popular compensation plans out there. And I can tell you with 100% confidence that there is no other compensation plan that I've ever coded, that I've ever personally programmed, that I trusted the math on. I want you to hear me on this. This is so freaking important. It's so easy to get caught up in the hype of these pyramid type structure compensation plans. I'm not going to knock them because they can work. But what I'm telling you is that it's very easy to get hyped up by the math that these compensation plans throw at you, but the math is not integrous in most cases, and it's never going to happen for the average person. And that's the truth. So this compensation plan is not based on hypey MLM multi-level marketing strategies. Now, I'm not knocking MLM. I love MLM. I've created a great life based upon this idea, but just like anything, ideas and methods evolve over time. And I can say over the last 20 years, I've found the reverse one-up to be my favorite compensation plan. And here's a couple reasons why. Everyone has the same level playing field no matter when you join. There's no timing thing. There's no like get in now. Like you see all these new programs launching and they try to really get you to take action based on what? Fear of loss. Well, I get that that is a powerful marketing strategy, but it's not a kind marketing strategy, because what you're doing is you're hyping people up over things that really aren't even going to happen. And you're getting them to spend money that most likely they don't even have. They're trying to just they're trying to make ends meet. They're trying to bring more money into their life. And you're hyping them up with all this math, this possible math, which is very easy to do. Anyway, I told you I could go off forever on this topic, but just listen. I don't say this about very many things, but I am an expert when it comes to compensation plans, understanding them, the math of them, all of that. And I'm telling you, this compensation, there's a reason I chose this compensation plan over others. The other reason I like it is because there's one single payment with 100% of the money going to one single person. This is so important because in MLM, you've got one single payment, and that's being shared amongst multiple people. And this is the biggest difference between our compensation plan and every other compensation plan out there in the MLM space. We do not consider ourselves a multi-level marketing company because we are not a multi-level marketing company. We're not paying out multi-levels. So just by that alone, you can take us out of that category of MLM, okay? And if you don't understand that, let me just break this down for you. $100 is paid, and 100% of that $100 is going to one person. Where in most compensation plans, what would be happening is you take $100 and you would just break that up amongst multiple people, and you're just creating this hyped up math by splitting up that $100 multiple times down multiple levels. That's all MLM is. But this compensation plan, I really just feel is the most integrous. It's the most honest. It is really and the most transparent. What you see is what you get, okay? Now, here's where it gets super exciting. And this is what I was going to explain to you. Each pass up that you receive will also be required to pass up their second sale to you. I don't know if you get this, but when you truly understand this, I don't know if you'll be able to sleep, because it can really compound to something really, really exciting that changes your life. So let me illustrate this for you. If John brings Sally on his team and Sally makes 2 sales, and as I'm talking about this, just remember, we're talking about making sales. We're not sponsoring people. We're not having people join an opportunity. People are buying Ava, and then those that want to, they'll go make 2 sales, and now they're part of your team. And basically you can consider them your sponsored people, if that's how you want to refer to it, right? So each person that you receive as a pass up, they also are required to pass up their second sale to you. So if John brings Sally on his team and Sally makes 2 sales, let's say she makes a sale to Henry and to Pam, Okay, so John brings Sally on his team. So let's just say that you're John and you bring Sally on your team, right? And then Sally goes and makes 2 sales, Henry and Pam. Well, you did not get Henry. Henry's going to go to Sally. Pam is Sally's second sale. So what does that mean? Pam is going to be passed up to you. You're John. You would get $100 or $500, whatever, depending on what Pam is buying. Yet you never met Pam a day in your life. She came from Sally's efforts, who came from John's efforts. This is the power of what I'm talking about. Pam then would be required to pass up her second sale to you, and this repeats to infinity. So you're John, you got Sally. Sally makes 2 sales. Pam is her second sale, and Pam is going to be passed up to you. So Pam's going to be instructed to pay $100 to you, and now Pam is required. You didn't get Pam, but now Pam is required to pass up her second sale to you. You understand? Maybe not. It may take some time. You might be brand new to this. It's okay. As with anything that's new, it's going to take some time for you to really grasp it. But once you do, you'll really understand why I'm saying what I'm saying about this compensation plan. And the coolest thing about it, there's no pyramid structure. Like, we don't have to draw circles. And there's just no pyramid structure, period. So I laugh when people come and they say, oh, you're nothing but one of those pyramid scams, pyramid scheme. I'm like, well, that's interesting because it's not even shaped like a pyramid. So anyways, I don't want to harp on this too much. We're an hour into this now. So let me move on. And I want to give you, before I give you some exciting company announcements, I want to give you, I think I have this slide here. Sorry, I'm a little unorganized here. I'll tell you that in a second. All you need to do, so if you like what you're hearing, I don't have a slide for this. That is so dumb. If you like what you're hearing, all you got to do is get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. This webinar is not done. Okay. This is kind of the sales portion of the webinar. If you're brand new, or if you haven't been with us for a while and you've been kind of out of the loop, well, now you know what we've been up to. Now you know how it all works. And if you like what you hear, and you're ready to get started, all you got to do is get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. They'll give you their phone number or their link, and it's so easy to get started. All you got to do is pay $100 to them, and then a minimum of $10 in usage credits, and you can get going. Now, we also have, I'm going to break this up here real quick and bring you over here. I didn't have time to create a slide for this, so I apologize, but it's better that I just give you the content, right? That's all that matters. So as I explained to you, we've got something called Ava Plus, and this is I guess you could call this our upsell, and this is how you're going to customize Ava, make Ava way smarter, text all your leads, and earn 5 times more money for 0 additional work. And that's the coolest part, is you can earn 5 times more money for 0 additional work, meaning somebody's going to come in and they're going to buy Ava for $100. Well, if they're very serious about using this in their own business, customizing Ava, and being able to text their leads with our broadcaster and a bunch of other stuff I'm going to go over with you, then they're definitely going to pick up Ava Plus. And when they do, they're going to pay you that $500 as long as you're obviously an Ava Plus member as well. All right, so let me go through just a couple of things what Ava Plus will do for you. You'll be able to customize every aspect of Ava. This means you can use your own voice messages, create your own text messages, create your own email templates, unlock webhooks and advanced integrations, unlock advanced actions and action settings. Let me just show you this really fast because I'm so excited to announce that I can finally show these features rather than just freaking talk about them, because just a few weeks ago, we launched our Ava Plus features. So if you haven't seen this yet, you're going to want to watch this, because this is where things get really exciting. Now, in the interest of time, I'm not going to go through right now. I will, if you want to hang out for a little bit, I'll do some training on how to do all of this stuff. But let me just kind of take you into, for example, my personal assistant bot. And you can see here's the sequence. I'm just going to show you visually how this works. You've got an outgoing text, an incoming text, so we can tell Ava how we want to read the text and then what we want to do after that. And that's how this is built out. And so, for example, you can say after we find out what the lead needs, we can just click here on action settings, and then we come down here to action to perform next. And if we've got a bunch of different actions you can choose from, or you can create your own, and then that's how you build out the bot. and create unlimited possibilities for yourself. So like I said, this is probably about another hour-long webinar just to give you some training on how to use all of this. But there is a video right here, and you go to Get Help and go to Training Videos. There's a video that it walks you through how to use all this here with Ava Plus. I wanted to go through that with you. I still might, depending on where we're at when we get through all the stuff I really need to get through here. Now, you also can just click right here, training video. So you got bot settings. Now, the really cool thing about this, can't see this right now, but the really cool thing about this that we're working on is the ability to record your voice message just right from the browser. And this is one of the really cool things that we're working on, where you can actually be able to send are you ready for this? I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Are you ready for this? I'm making it so you can send voice-based messages to people. Okay, it's going to become a voice texting platform. It's going to be unbelievable, incredibly powerful, and really just expand your abilities to communicate with your leads and customers. Now, the cool thing is too, they're going to be able to respond back with voice. That's all coming. I don't want to tell you too many things that are coming, but I do want to let you know that that's very, very exciting, and that's something that we're close to being able to go live with. So. Let me come back here. So if you want to, let me come back here to Ava Plus. You can also create up to 10 custom text bots. So that's what I was showing you here. Hopefully, you guys see my screen? Yeah, you do see my screen. Perfect. Okay. Just want to make sure we're good. Okay. So you can create up to 10 custom text bots. So if you're anything like us, you've got more than one business or product that you're promoting and making money from, right? So that means you're going to need a text bot campaign for each of those, and Ava Plus is the only option for you to do that. You're going to be able to purchase unlimited phone numbers at the same price, $1 per number per month. So if you need a different phone number to use on Facebook than you use on Craigslist or your Instagram posts, you're going to get a different phone number for each of your different marketing methods. Now, how about be able to text 50 more people per day for every phone number you own? So here's what you need to understand. For every phone number you own, you can text 50 people per day with our broadcaster, which I'll get to next. And so the more phone numbers you have, the more people you can text every single day. So if you have 10 phone numbers, obviously you'll be able to text 500 people a day versus just one phone number, 50 people a day. Make sense? So the other reason, this is the main reason, honestly, this is one of the main reasons you want to become an Ava Plus member, because it's going to unlock access to our text broadcaster. All right, let me take you through our broadcaster here real quick. You just come in here and you can say new broadcast. I won't be able to do it because we do have some smart technology in here that prevents you from getting in trouble. We don't want to send messages to anybody after 8 p.m. Eastern, so that's what it's showing you here. But it's so easy to just shoot off a quick text message to anyone, all of your list or just one of your lists. So we could just say test for webinar. Okay, and then we come in here, and it even tells you you're limited to sending 50 messages per day per phone number you currently own. I have a lot of phone numbers, so 25,750 messages per day. And you could set yourself up with as many phone numbers as you're willing to pay for. And then obviously that'll allow you to do some really cool things with the broadcaster. But you can see how easy this is. You just simply choose who you want to send the message to, right? Come in here, go to next step, compose your message, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to send this message, obviously. You can also do some personalization tags as you saw there, but you can schedule your message for the future, and you can create several different broadcast campaigns. And so you can create a really sophisticated automated text follow-up sequence using this Ava Plus broadcaster. Okay, so I went through that pretty fast, but it's as simple as that. It really is not much else to it. Let's see here. And let's see if we go to my broadcasts. And as you can see here, you can see at a glance. Now the reason it's in just so you guys anybody was wondering why all our pages are kind of in this grid format, if you're wondering that, if you're a member and you've been in here and You're like, why are all your pages look like that? It's so that it's mobile responsive, so that it looks good on mobile as well, because we know that 90% of you are running your business 100% from your phone. So we want to make sure all the pages act and look correctly on your mobile phone. So that's why. Okay, so let me pop back over here. So you can unlock access to the Text Blaster. I just showed you that. And then you're going to unlock access to the TextBot Marketplace. Okay, this isn't live just yet, so I can't show it to you. But basically, what the TextBot Marketplace is it allows you to leverage the power of our technology for many other industries, companies, and with different objectives, but have all of the bots, the languaging, the messaging, all of it done for you. So it's a marketplace full of ready to go text bot sequences that you can just say, yeah, I want that one. And you'll be able to just copy and paste those settings. So you don't have to, think about what to type or what kind of email to send or whatever. It's all done for you based upon the objective, the company, and the industry that you're trying to target. Okay. So that's going to be very cool. What's really awesome about that marketplace too is you have the ability to create these text bot sequences for other members and sell them to them in the marketplace. I'm going to talk to you more about it as we get closer, but it really does take us to, it really differentiates us in the marketplace even more. Obviously, as an Ava Plus member, you also get paid an additional $500 in direct pay commissions. So we're literally letting you get paid 5 times more money for 0 additional work, like I said. And here's what I mean by that. You got to think about this. Everyone you introduce Ava to is going to love her, just as you do. And not only that, they're going to want to get the most out of her possible, just like you want to do. And therefore, they're going to upgrade to Ava Plus. And when they do, you're going to get paid $500. So it's not hype when we say that you can get paid 5 times more money for 0 additional work. It just makes sense to upgrade. So we want to make sure that you make that happen as quickly as you can. If it's not within your budget to pay an extra $500 to get Ava Plus, then think about it. All you got to go do is, well, technically you got to go make 6 sales of Ava, because you're going to pass up your second sale, and then you'll have your $500 to upgrade. It's as simple as that. And you're like, well, it's not that. It's as simple as that, Jeff. Yeah, let me go make 6 sales. But, that's just going to come down to consistent effort and, getting your number out and putting as many people in front of Ava as you can. And not just because you're making money, but remember, you're putting people in front of Ava because she's generating leads for you as well. Now, this is something that Marcus kind of hit on. And some of you probably got a little lost. And so I want to break this down for you very simply and tell you that TextBot is not just a technology and a tool. We've taken this to the next level because one thing Marcus and I understand is that we could give you the greatest opportunity, which we have, the greatest and the most valuable product and service, which we have. But if you don't have the right mindset around it, then it's not going to produce really anything for you. It's not going to produce any results for you because you haven't really figured out, one, how to think about it in the way that will allow you to get results from it. Like he said, so many enter into stuff like this and they just enter into it for 3 days and they mark it for 3 days and they put a couple posts on Facebook. I know, I'm talking to some of you. I know I am. Some of you are actually doing this right now and you're guilty of it. But I'm telling you, don't just go market on Facebook for 3 days, not get any sales and get all mad and quit. You got to give this consistent effort. And in order to give it consistent effort, you got to enter into it with a mindset that says, yeah, I actually, come into this like not just testing it. So many people come into things like this. I'm going to test it. I'm just going to test it. And I get it. I mean, I understand that kind of a mentality. But I love it when people just come in and they're just like, show me how to make this freaking thing work. That's the mindset, right? And so the lifestyle ascension training is really all about, so there's 2 levels of our training. There's the personal evolution training, which Marcus talked about. And these are actual training videos every single month that Marcus and myself, we're going to create for you and put it out there for you to help you shift your mindset to get the most out of this. It's specifically about how to leverage TextBot, how to think about it in the way that's going to get you the best results. That's our personal evolution training program. The lifestyle ascension training program is about taking what you've learned in the personal evolution training program and learning how to apply that to get the lifestyle that you want. Okay. And, Marcus is creating a whole nother video for you, so you really, truly understand what this is. I'm not going to do it justice by continuing to just beat it up, but I'm telling you, you saw just one example of the type of videos that Marcus creates, and I'm incredibly fired up for you to get inside the heart and the mind of Marcus Taylor and myself in these training courses. So it's not just technology that you're going to get, it's also training, which will allow you to leverage the technology to the maximum ability. Okay. So then there's some steps here on how to get started. But if you want to get started with Ava Plus, then you got to get started with Ava first. And then once you do that, you can see in your back office how to get started with Ava Plus. It's very easy. It's really just the same process that you're going to go through with Ava, except you're going to pay $500. And then we have a couple different ways for you to pay your admin fee. So it's $500 plus $50 a month and your admin fee. And then we have a couple different options for you. If you don't want to pay monthly, you can pay quarterly, you can pay yearly, or we have a one-time offer as well right now. In fact, actually, I think, never mind, that expired. So those of you that took advantage of that, wonderful, congratulations. It does really, it does benefit you to take fast action. Let's see here. So I think it's time to jump into some really exciting updates. So for all of you who are seeing this for the first time, I heard something really, really, really cool today. And that's, if information changed lives, if just information changed lives, then we would all be healthy, wealthy, and mentally stable, right? Because there's so much information out there to help you make the changes and the shifts that you need to make in your life. It's not information that makes the shift happen. It's action on the information. It's you actually doing something with the information. So right now, what I want you to do, if you haven't joined our tribe, if you haven't joined our community, just get back with the person that invited you here. We're going to continue this presentation. I'm going to get into more updates for existing members. I'm going to get into some training and spend some time with you. But, this concludes the portion of the webinar for those of you who are brand new, who are just here to learn about what this is. But you would benefit from sticking around and kind of getting a deeper dive into where we're going and how our technology, and take a deeper dive into how to make the technology work for you. So with that, let me jump into some exciting company announcements. I'm going to do, and then I've got a couple of things to talk to you about, and then we'll jump into some training and then a Q&A. Sound good? Let me jump in, make sure we're still good. You guys still hear me? Check your chats here. Also, I am going to be taking some questions at the end. So if you have some questions, you should see a Q&A thing here that you can just put in your question, and I'll get to that here in just a little bit. All right, just making sure you all can still hear me. Wonderful. Breaking up times. Oh, I apologize. Probably I wasn't as aware as I needed to be of not moving around so much. So I'll get better at that. I just want to use the the good quality mic that I have here. So anyway, I've got some really exciting things to share with existing members of TextBot. So if you're an existing member of TextBot, you're going to want to hang out here with me because I got some really cool things to share with you. Let me stop this share so that we don't get distracted, and just kind of talk to you here for a second. So before I talk to you about what's happened over the last, 4 months that we have launched TextBot, it's been an incredible journey, and to look at where we are now based upon where we came from. You'll see in my emails a lot, I say that we came from -0. It's because, a lot of companies, they start from zero, where you're just kind of just building on an idea and a vision and all that. But what a lot of people don't understand is I launched this a year ago and fell flat on my face. I literally I had a lot to learn. But here we are now, over a year later. And I believe that we really are set up and poised for an incredible future. And so let me just talk to you a little bit more about why that is and what is happening, and kind of why I've been kind of silent the last little while, other than just traveling and enjoying my my 5th anniversary, which was wonderful. If you follow me on Facebook, if I can't remember if I did or not, but I'll be posting some pictures of our trip. I think I might have already done that. You can go check them out if you want to. Just go to facebook.com/Jeff Long if you want to learn more about me and follow me personally. All right, so let's walk through these, because this is some incredibly game-changing, life-changing stuff for me and for all of you that this applies to. So Automation LLC, the current parent company of textbot.ai, can't even, it's the dream come true, is being acquired by a company out of Florida. Now I'm going to be kind of general in these announcements because they wish to remain anonymous for right now. But it's very important for me to just kind of share what's been happening so that you can get a really good idea of I guess you could say the stability of our future. Okay, so we're forming a new company together called SMS Media Incorporated. It's a sexy name, right? And what's really cool about this is that I have been appointed the CEO of this new company, SMS Media Incorporated. So instead of seeing Automation LLC from here on out, you'll start seeing the name SMS Media Incorporated, as that is the name of our new parent company. Okay. Now, SMS Media Incorporated will be the new parent company of TechSpot, as I said. And this is really cool because even though my company is being acquired, I'm still going to be actively involved in the business, growing the business, and ultimately ensuring the long-term success of the business. And I'm not selling all of the company, by the way. I'm not going to give exact details of what the deal is, but just know I'm not selling all the company. I'm still involved. But what this does for us, before I do this, my new business partner, he's chosen to remain silent at this time only because he's just not ready for the additional time that it's going to take from his daily life interacting with you guys. And plus he's got other business ventures right now that he's in the process of exiting, so he can give 100% of his time, energy, and focus to SMS Media. And once he does that, I mean, game over. But I mean, I'm just really fired up to have this gentleman in our corner. And I'm going to introduce you to him when he's ready to come out from behind the curtain. But just know it's not just me anymore. Jeff Long, just so you know, that's who's speaking. It's not just me anymore over here leading the charge. You've now got a multi-millionaire software business tycoon helping steer the ship. All right. Now, why this new partnership is really awesome. Well, my new business partner brings over 25 years of business experience to the table after building and selling multiple technology and software related companies for multiple millions of dollars. And I'm not exaggerating or hyping that up. He brings a cash infusion that allows us to expand at a much more rapid and exciting pace. Obviously, we can do a lot more if we're not just, living off the revenue and the proceeds of the business. That goes for any company. And I'm really honored. I'm really humbled. I'm really freaking excited about the fact that we're finally going to have a good deal of cash that we can now use to expand this enterprise and really support all of our missions and our visions. So this allows us to get new offices in Utah as well as Cleveland, Ohio. This is where Marcus is located. And this is what I wanted to tell you earlier, is that this also allows us now we've got a new office / studio that Marcus is going to be getting into, I believe, in the 1st of November. And in the meantime, he'll be continuing to shoot the incredible content that he's shooting. But we're really fired up about our new offices in Cleveland. Marcus is going to be, kind of think of it, it's kind of like the old, not the old, but like a T-Mobile store or a Verizon store or whatever. Kind of think about that kind of look and feel. And he's going to be shooting content daily. I'll actually have a local team there. So if you're in the Cleveland, Ohio area, you're going to want to reach out to Marcus. You're going to want to reach out to us. And things are about to get very, very exciting. This also allows us to open up a new office in Florida where my new partner resides. So we'll have an office in Cleveland, Ohio. We'll have an office in Florida. And obviously, we will have an office here where we are headquartered in Utah. So this also allows us to expand our development, support, and design teams, which enables us to deliver more value to you at a faster and more reliable pace, obviously. So that's the exciting announcement that I had for you, because it's one thing being able to, carry a massive undertaking like this on my own shoulders. And it's amazing that we've been able to get as far as we have in the very short period of time that TextBot has been alive. And I've said it, and I'll say it again, that I absolutely know for certain that this project is, and when I say that, it's like, I mean that it's supported because of what we have the capability. And what I mean, it's supported by God. It's supported by the universe. It's supported. And I can say that without shadow of a doubt, because everything has come together so beautifully after climbing mountain after mountain and having just challenge after challenge and just suffering so much trying to bring you this vision. And I'm not being dramatic by saying that. I went through a lot of pain. I went through a lot of personal growth to bring you this. And it's incredible to be sitting here and saying, yeah, somebody with this kind of business acumen, with this kind of success behind him, saw this. He sought me out. I did not seek him out. And he said, let me help you take this to $100 million plus company. And that's where we're going. So I know I shared kind of general information with you, and I hope you'll forgive me for that, but I really want to respect the privacy of my new partner, and make sure that he is at peace with everything as well, which is very important. But isn't that exciting, you guys? Isn't that incredibly exciting? Because, hey, with the kind of money that's being brought to the table, we become even more unstoppable. And what this allows us to do too, and I didn't share this with you, and one of the things that we're working on, this is so important for you to understand and know, is that we're working on becoming a multi-provider platform where we're not just relying on the relationship with the one provider that we have. We're working on multiple providers. You won't even know which provider you're using. It won't even matter to you, but that will just solidify the long-term success of the platform even more. And then the last thing that I want to share with you before we get into some training, while we've got a little more time, is I want to kind of just touch on this really quick. And you're like, what the heck is this? So I want to share with you my my yes machine. And this is something that is absolutely game changing. Now, before those of you that are familiar with this, before you're like, oh man, you're gonna sell something to my people and I'm not gonna make any money. That is not the case anymore. What I can tell you, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but I'm gonna tell you just a few things. This system allows you to upload any list, purchased or acquired. You can enter in a website address. You push a few more buttons, and boom! It literally, our AI SMS technology will legally and compliantly sift, sort, and sell to that lead list, 100% hands-free, and send you all of the hot, qualified, and ready-to-buy leads on that list who are perfect for your offer. Basically, you grab any list. You can go buy the list, or it can be a list that is yours that you've acquired. And the system will do a couple of different things. One, it'll verify their identity. It'll verify their interest. And as soon as it verifies their interest, it'll send them off to wherever you want to send them and share it with them, whatever you want to share with them. It'll also automatically follow up with those people. So if you're looking for the ability to upload a list, this is where you're going to get that ability. I've decided that we are not going to give the ability for you to upload a list right within TextBot. And the reason for that is because this is a highly, this exposes us. Our exposure goes up a lot when it comes to risking the entire platform. The more people we allow to upload their lists, the more exposure the more our exposure goes up, and the more we risk people abusing that feature. So what I decided to do was, let's create a separate platform. And that's what I've created here with the Yes Machine, which will allow you to upload that list and do some really, really, really cool things. But more than just that, it scrubs your uploaded list against the national do not call list instantly and automatically. And then we're also going to be adding landline scrubbing very soon, which you're going to get access to as a member of the Yes Machine. Now, once the Yes Machine identifies a hot lead for you, it will instantly and automatically send them an email and a text message with a link to your website. It will track and list for you every single lead on that list who visited your website, and it'll even let you send two-way text messages to each of your leads. So just to summarize this, you can upload a list, you put in the website you want to send people to. The AI SMS technology will go to work to legally and compliantly, I'm not going to share my model with you, and I'm not going to share my process with you, but just know that it's legally and compliantly sifting and sorting through that list to filter out and find all the people in that list who are interested in what you have to offer. And it really is as simple as that. And then once you find those people, now you can text them and close the sale. And if you want to learn more about this, if this is something that you're interested in getting started with, go to yesmachine.io. I'm going to hold another webinar specifically about the Yes Machine. I'll show you how it works, tell you how to get involved. I'm going to give you a fair warning right now that it is a higher ticket, because it's higher ticket because it's higher value. This thing is incredibly powerful. And those that, I've got like 100 or so beta testers that I'll be sharing some of their results with you on this webinar, but I'm telling you, this thing is a game changer. So that's all I really want to say about that. So go to yesmachine.io if you want to register for that webinar and learn more about that. But I can also tell you this, that we're setting this up, for those of you that have seen this before, we're setting this up, and this is the incredibly exciting part about this, where you can actually get paid directly for selling it the way that you get paid directly for selling TextBot. And if we were in a room right now, I'm sure I'd hear like an applause, because this is absolutely life-changing for so many people. I'm really fired up to get you access to it, and to see the kind of money that you're going to make by sharing it with your network. So many people are going to gain value from that. All right, so that's all I wanted to share with you on that. What time are we at? We are at an hour and a half. So I think it's great time now. Let's spend about 30 minutes together. I'll do some training with you, and then we'll do some Q&A, and then we'll hop off. Sound good, everybody? Let me check in with you. Make sure, I'm sure we've lost some peeps. Holy crap, we still have 356 people on. That is wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let's get into some training, and I'm going to talk to you guys and kind of show you how to leverage all of this stuff. Before we get into that, let me just take a break for a second. I feel like I've just been talking nonstop. Let me check in with your chats. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think of all that I just shared with you? If you've seen it for the first time, I'm really interested in what you have to say. If you're seeing it for the first time, like maybe you were part of Abundance Network a year ago, and this is the first time you've seen TextBot, I'd love to know what you're thinking. Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate it. Freaking excited. Is the training for Ava Basic? I'll go over some basic training for you right now with Ava Basic. We'll get into your questions here, but I just wanted to check in, see what the vibe of the group is right now, of the room, and make sure we are good to go there. Now it looks like, oh, there, now we got my video on there. Marcus had some technical problems, by the way, so we didn't get to see him on video this time around, but next time we'll be sure to do it a little early so we can run through our technical problems. Sorry about that, Marcus. Let's see here. Awesome. I appreciate everybody's kind words and your support and your excitement for me on this deal. It is absolutely life-changing for me. I can't even articulate it enough to you. Let me share some personal things with you real quick. Just kind of give you some inspiration to keep going through whatever it is you're going through. Because a year ago, I'm not even say a year ago, I would say like 6 months ago, I tell this story a lot because it really means a lot to me, and I'm not BSing you when I tell you this. About 6 months ago, I was coming up against so many obstacles trying to bring this vision to life. Just one thing after another, and I kind of gave up. Like I really did. There was a moment there where I just said, you know what, this is not meant to happen. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I can't tell you exactly what happened, but it wasn't just I'm done, I'm going to give up, go do something else. It was like I'm done. I literally just gave up everything inside of me because this is all I want to do. This is all I want to do. This is all I want to focus on. And it was the most frustrating thing because I couldn't seem to make my vision a reality. And that was the most frustrating part because I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I could freaking manifest my vision, that I could change not only my own life, but every single person's life that plugged in here with us. And you know, I can't guarantee you anything, obviously, but we've set this up in a way where you have the same opportunity. In fact, there's literally people in TextBot. I'm not kidding you. There's people in TextBot making more money on a daily basis than I'm making personally because the way we've set this up. I mean, there's tons of overhead, right? You don't have any overhead except maybe your marketing expenses or whatever. So you can actually go make more money doing this than even I or anybody in our corporate team. We're building this out so that, we're all going to be fat and happy as well. But, for right now, this is going to take time for us to really crush it. But you could go out, you could crush out 100 sales a day. If you do enough marketing and you do it right. I mean, 10 sales a day, 1 sale a day, whatever it is. And remember, you're positioning yourself to make upwards of $600 per sale. That really adds up. I don't want you to just think about the $100. I want you to think about $600 potentially every single person that chooses to leverage Ava in their business. Here, I don't want to just stare at Yes Machine the whole time as I'm talking about this. Let's hop out of the presentation. I think we've used the presentation as much as I'm going to at this point. Oh, you know what I didn't do? How many people we still have hanging out here? Are there people still hanging out who are brand new, who would like to see perhaps some social proof? Let me know real quick. Hey, where did that go? My computer is really freaking out, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right. Okay. Who's new? Oh, good. We got enough new people here where I'm going to show some social proof. Let me hop into our Facebook group here. Let me see here. All right, here we go. So this is our private Facebook group, which you'll get access to once you become a reseller. There's our man Marcus, just so you can see, let me just show you this video real quick.
Something to your attention that you're probably...
Here, it's 4 minutes. We'll watch it real quick.
I decided to shoot on the rooftop just above our studio here in Cleveland, Ohio, where I'm going to be shooting a lot of our content here. I want to bring something to your attention that you're probably not thinking about. All of you who join TextBot, you have a specific operating system that you come in. Most of your operating systems, the program is called Get Rich Quick. And so you come in with this mental program and you say, okay, if I haven't made a return on my investment in the first 2 weeks, I quit. And in order to be successful in life, you're going to have to understand that it's not about getting rich quick. First, we need to get acclimated with the products. We need to get acclimated with our back office. We need to see how everything flows. We need to probably upgrade to Ava Plus. If you're at the 100, you want to probably upgrade to Ava Plus. Get yourself positioned for success. And then you want to start hacking the way that you think, because the broken mentality is, I'm going to make all this money in the first 30 days. If I don't, I quit. If I don't have all my resources, all my tools, all my connections, if I don't have everything laid out for me and just turn the key, press a button, and just press go and just go live my life and make all this money, that's a broken mentality. So what you want to do is get acclimated with everything, go throughout your back office, understand our DNA. Our DNA, one of our distinctives that set us apart from any other movement out there, is that we are not just a high-tech company, we are a high-touch company. What does this mean? That our focus, what we are centered around, our movement is not just some technology. We're not the company that's going to roll out this new functionality every single day.
but we're really going to challenge you to take your thinking to that next level. So I want you to ask yourself, like, what is my mindset? Am I wired for success? Many of you, you're completely textbot with a scarcity mindset, with a survival mindset. Like, if I don't make my money back in 2 weeks, I'm just going to quit. What's going on? I'm not getting any sales. And nothing great was built overnight. And so first person in the impact is yourself. You need to hack into your mental programming, calm down, and give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. Every internet millionaire you see, anybody who's making 6 figures a month, 6 figures a year, anybody who's making 5 G's a week, $1,000 a week, $500 a day, I don't care what it is, this person is a very highly disciplined person. They're streamlined, they're confident, they know who they are, they know what they're passionate about, they know what makes them come alive, and they're giving themselves, watch this, at least a year. So commit to 12 months. I want to help you in life, not just in textbot. Tip of the day is go out there and connect with new people. Get creative with your phone number. We all have a phone number. Share your phone number. The more eyeballs you can get on our presentation, as we do all the selling, all the telling, all the explaining for you, and all you have to do is share the number. This is the cure to the common cold of poverty and a broken mentality. Because not only are people getting introduced to a technology, but they're getting introduced to coaching and mentoring, which so many people desperately need. In order to change your life, you've got to be in the presence of somebody who thinks on the next level. Proximity is the key to the future. Who are you connected to? And so I'm excited that I can bring motivation to the table, that I can bring a new mindset to the table, that I can be a part of this corporate staff with Jeff Long and the rest of the team, and that we can empower you to live a life of abundance and not scarcity and survival. Marcus and textbot, I'll see you in the next video. Let's go!
Love it. Love it. So there you go. That just gives you a little bit better of a feel for us again, and you can kind of get an idea of what Marcus brings to the table there. And really what I want to point out to you, oh, I wasn't sharing my screen just then, was I? That's funny. Did you hear it? Or I guess you didn't hear it. I guess you couldn't see it, huh? It's all right. I can do another one. There's so many there's so many of them. But at least you heard it. You could go to the once you join, you can get into our Facebook group and you can see that video on your own. But what I want to point out about that, is something that Marcus said that's so important. And what you need to understand is that I'm doing this webinar right now. And most of the people on this webinar, I'm making sales for other people. If you bring people on these webinars, if you put people in our Facebook group, we have people every single day showing their results, right? So that's what I was going to get to. Let me stay focused here. So let me just kind of scroll through here. Let me share my screen. Sorry. Let me fix that little problem here. Okay, cool. Now, can everybody see my screen? There's the video I just played. It's at the very top of our group. Let me just kind of show you the quality real quick.
Program is called Get Rich Quick.
There's Marcus.
And so you come in with this.
All right, so I won't play that again. But as we scroll through here, look, $5,000 here, and they're just everywhere. Let me scroll through. Just showing you 840. I think I got to check to see if we reached 1,000 people registering. I'll check that in a little bit. Okay, let me scroll down through here. There is a ton down here. So we've got Alex Bailey, $3,300 in 27 days. Congratulations, Alex. You've been crushing it. You've been killing it out there. You're doing a great job. Let's see. We've got Eric. Eric Good Life Johnson, just absolutely setting the bar for everybody. Look, $18,500 here. I can't remember exactly how long Eric's been with us. I want to say 3 months or so. He built that up. I can't remember exactly. We've got Tiffany here, $4,100. You see, there's just everywhere. We've got Gotta Love Ava, $6,000 that Jay has made here. Let's see. We got Kit Rice showing the proof that he got paid from James Sanders. And I could just go on and on and on, y'all. There's Jay again showing, and you'll see some people repeated because these are the people working. These are the people doing it. You got Jay again. Who's that guy? First sale. Look, I got my first sale yesterday. Welcome to the team, Ricardo. This is Lisa. Congratulations, Lisa. I could just spend probably an hour going through all of these. So if you're questioning whether or not this is legit and it's real and it actually works, that's what I'm showing you this for, because it's one thing for Marcus and I to come out and tell you how awesome it is, but it's another thing. There's just a lot of content in these groups. There's made six. I love this story. Look, this guy got started with us, had never done anything like this before, and then made $600 in one day after putting up handwritten posters and handwritten flyers. I freaking love that kind of stuff. That is amazing. And that's $600 that would not have been in this person's reality. And congratulations, Vaughn. That's $600 that would not have been in this person's reality had I given up. You know, and that's all this money that I'm showing you people are making. This is the point, that you never know by the impact that you're making on someone else's life in a negative way, what you're keeping from them because you're choosing to give up. And this is kind of the greatest thing that I learned in this whole process, that this whole thing is not about me. This never been about me. And I'm just glad I didn't give up. So anyway, we could scroll through tons of these. There's so many. I think if I just actually go to, there's probably an easier way to do this. If I go to, goodness sakes, let me go all the way up here. Where is it? Isn't there a place? Oh, media. That's what I was looking for. Media. And then we can scroll through here. Eric showing, making money again. You know, there's just so many. We've got, oh, here's Thaddeus. This is great. This is what I wanted to show you. Thaddeus, $13,000. You know, so there's people making some serious cash here. We're not just talking hundreds of dollars. I mean, this is life-changing income for a lot of people. I apologize. I don't know how to say your name, but Daishia, I guess. You got $1,000 in sales there. Just from Facebook in 3 days. You see that? Who's this? It's going to be Eric. Yep. So anyway, you could see there's just a lot of people crushing it. We got more people here. Derek Torrain getting paid while picking up some groceries. I love those kind of stories. Here's go. $500 payment showing you the Ava Plus actually works. Congratulations, Peter Dunning, on that payment. Peter's also somebody who's contributing a lot to the community, and you're doing a lot out there. Really appreciate you. And what's great about this group, you guys, is you see there's a bunch of people just posting in like images. We've got some incredible talent in the group, and people just post in images and say, here, just use it and put your phone number in. And then you just go simply share that on your Facebook and see what happens. You could put it in an email. There's so many different ways to market this. Let's see who else we got here. We got Shia again. I want to get some variety of different people here. I think if we go down, oh, here we go. And let me just go this way. Here, this might be easier. I really want to, I have a whole folder of these on my phone, and I just ran out of time. Otherwise, I was going to put a whole bunch on here just to go through with you. So people just make videos and they'll post it up for you guys to use. Here we got Jenna saying congrats on upgrading to Ava Plus. So, you know, she got $500 on that sale. Every time you see somebody saying, hey, congrats, that means somebody just got paid, right? Here's Kelly showing that she's getting hundreds. So I could go on and on and on, but you guys get the general idea that this freaking works. It just works. So it's very exciting. So I think that's everything that I wanted to show you as far as my screen. And then I want to take you into some training. So let's hop into here. How are we doing on time? We got 10 minutes to Well, like I say, we might be doing another 3-hour webinar. But hey, I'm here for you. So whatever you want me to do, but let's get into some training. I really have some things I want to share with you guys. I'm not going to use the presentation anymore. I'm just going to kind of jump in here to Ava Basic first. But before we do that, Marcus, are you still on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are. Would you, I hate to put you on the spot here, bro, but I don't want to create dead air and I really need to use the restroom. Do you have some things you want to share with people and maybe you could talk to them for a little bit while I go use the restroom?
Yeah, I would love that. Reiterate some things.
Fantastic. Hold on. Let me stop sharing so that we can. There you go. It's all you, man. I'll be right back.
Awesome, man. Yeah. So, guys, I want you to reach out to the media team. Again, I'm going to say that again. Reach out to the media team at textbotofficial@gmail.com. If you have anything that you want specifically shot or done, what I can tell you is that I'm really excited about the upcoming media that we have coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of original content. So there's going to be a lot of original content shot, photographed, videotaped. We'll have resellers in there. Thank you. I'm seeing the comments. Killer videos. Thank you. We're going to have resellers in there. TextBot swag. The culture is about to get real lit. As COVID passes, me and Jeff has been talking about live events. I want you to put in the comments if you're excited about live events. Obviously, with social distancing and compliance with social distancing, but even as COVID passes, again, if you're excited, I want Jeff to see all these comments when he gets back. If you want to gather for live events where we have motivational speaking, we have bands, we have all types of food and games and fun. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I see all the comments. Awesome. Yeah. Also, you can ask questions that I can answer in the monthly trainings. So inside of the personal evolution, if there's a ton of you that are like, dealing with anxiety, that's something that's going to be a part of the personal evolution library where you'll be able to access that. If you're dealing with, if you want to understand manipulation or control, one of the things I'll be talking about is influence. Anything that has to do with you internally. I believe that teams and families get better when people get better. And so inside of personal evolution, we're going to be having trainings on just everything dealing with you internally. Your external life is a printout of what is happening with you on the inside. And so if you don't have the car you want, if you don't have the house you want, if you don't have X, Y, or Z, 9 times out of 10, the physical realm is nothing but a reflection of your internal state. So the personal evolution library is really going to command you to boss up and become more than what you've ever been. What I can tell you is that the person that you have been has brought you as far as you're going to go. If you do not evolve your thinking, if you do not evolve and elevate your expectation and your work ethic, you are always going to have what you've always had, and you cannot have anything new unless you evolve. So that personal evolution library is going to help you to evolve. And then the lifestyle ascension is all about that lifestyle. We want to help your relationships get better. We want your communication to go to the next level. We want to help you to understand how to ethically persuade and influence the masses of people. How do you get people in a room? How do you sign people up, 30 people at a time? One of the things I want you to do before I pass it back to Jeff, and I'm gonna have to go, Jeff, after this because I gotta get some things done with the family. But I'm so glad you brought me back out because I want people at TextBot. I want you to 100 times your mindset right now. I love when Jeff said you could be signing up 100 people a day. And I know for many of you, you probably put in the comments, impossible, no way. And that's the limiting belief, the self-sabotaging belief system, which is actually called a paradigm. And some of these paradigms and programs mentally are generationally passed down to you. It is generational limiting beliefs that you don't even think it's possible to sign up 100 people a day. I want you to start thinking like that. Yeah, I can help 100 people a day solve a problem and drive traffic and leads and make sales with their primary business. Enlarge your thinking like to the next level. Like think big. 100 people a day, 1,000 people a month. Yes, that's possible. So whatever your goal is, you need to see it. You need to speak it. I believe in the power of affirmation. Every day you need to get in that mirror and talk to yourself. Again, your physical life is a printout of your internal state. So these libraries, every month we're going to deliver new content. These libraries, personal evolution and lifestyle ascension, is going to be everything. Again, last thing is, again, email me and the media team at textbotofficial@gmail.com if there's anything specific that you want to see on social media. But this is a brand. We are building a culture and a community that you can stick your chest out about and be excited to be able to rep TextBot. I mean, we're going to have Jeff, man, let's do a clothing line. I mean, the culture is going to be so crazy, So we talked about live events. Everybody's amped up about live events and inner circles and stuff like that. So we're going to have that. But the culture is going to be like no other. And you can use this tool in this community. This is going to be the sticky mechanism, the glue factor for any team that you're trying to build in any other business. And this is the ultimate feeder program to get anybody started that's a veteran or a newbie in the business of network marketing, affiliate marketing, anybody from anywhere. Last thing, I actually made a sale not too long ago. I'm really focused on the corporate side, but occasionally, Instagram is on fire right now. And I did like a $30 ad and made a $297 sale. I'm telling you, excuse me, a sale with Ava, excuse me. But what I want to encourage you guys is Facebook's great, YouTube's great, but Instagram is on fire. And so I encourage you to do an Instagram ad and really pinpoint who you're looking for. You're looking for network marketers, you're looking for affiliate marketers, and you're looking for buyers, people that are shoppers online. They're already buying software, they're already buying technology. Okay, you target those people, run your ad for a month. Like Jeff said, stop it with the 2-day stuff, the 3-day stuff. Like, you need to run your ad for an entire month, and you're going to leverage that $30 because Instagram will run your ad for 5, 6 days, 10 days, 15 days. You can spend $30, $40 and make $600 in one day. It's a no-brainer. So listen to me, eyeballs and leads and traffic is the lifeblood of your business. You got to get eyeballs on your presentation. So you need to consistently keep your number in the face of people solving their problems, making your money, and start sharing your vacation. Start sharing your dates. You know, $600 is nice. That's a nice date, right? Start sharing the things that you purchase. Start sharing this stuff. Social proof is everything. So let's go. Yeah.
I love it, man. I'm really glad that I had to pee so you could come out and say that, because no, it's really great having you, man. And there's very few human beings on planet Earth that can form the English language that you do to create such an impact in people's lives and in their hearts. And I'm not BSing you when I say that. You're just poetic, man, and that's important, you know. And you're really good at what you do because you really care.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. I wouldn't be here if you weren't a man of integrity. I'm gonna let you take the mic back over. But guys, just know this. I've been around for a while, and just like Jeff could be anywhere, I could be anywhere. And I'm not just here for the technology, but I'm here for the integrity of this man. And he's up at 11 o'clock Eastern here with you, training, answering your questions. He could have very easily hired somebody to do all this, but he's here with you. I value that. That's why I'm here. I'm seated. I'm planted with TextBot. You guys won't see me with any other network marketing company. I'm planted, man. My flag is here. So let's rock it, man. Let's go. Let's take it as far as we can, man.
That's the intention, my friend. I really appreciate you hanging out for so long. I know it's late, so I know you got to go. Hey,
Yes,
tell people where to find you.
Yes. What you say, Jeff?
People are asking how to find you.
I told them for now, because I didn't want to be messy and put my URL on the chat, but I told them they can just reach out to our media team at textbotofficial@gmail.com. You know, I like to keep things clean and not look like I'm promoting myself.
I love that about you, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
All right, my man. I'll catch you tomorrow, man. Guys,
All right, my
conquer
brother.
your
Thanks again.
All right, absolutely.
Oh, it's always awesome when you get to hear not just talent like that, but you can hear his energy, his passion for communicating a message to you that can absolutely create transformation for you. And that's why he's part of this team, because I didn't want to just give you awesome technology. Like I already said, my passion is to see you. My passion is not like technology. That's not, I'm not like a geek in that way. There's a lot of people that are just programmers and they just love technology and all that. I love technology, but what I love more than anything is seeing people change their life by leveraging technology, because you're using it to gain back your time and make more money. And so that's what it's all about. Well, let me ask you, what would be the most, because we're coming up on 2 hours, and I really don't want to do a 3-hour webinar. I really don't. But I want to ask you, what would be the most beneficial thing right now? Would you rather have some training as far as like some technical training, or would you rather me just kind of talk to you for a little bit about some ways that you can use all this? Maybe you already know how to use it, but just talk to you about ways that you can use it right now. Depending on what you're doing. I don't really want to, I know so many people ask for marketing training, but that's not really, I don't believe that's a good use of our time for me to teach you how to market. There's so many other people and I'm not that good at it. That's the thing. I'm not that great at teaching you how to market. There's so many awesome people out there on the internet that could teach you how to market way better than me, because what you need to understand about me is that for 20 years of my life, I've been running affiliate programs. So I never really have to market my own stuff. So I don't want to come off and just be like, oh, I'm a master marketer. I know marketing. I know how to write copy. I know all that stuff. But when it comes to siphoning leads from Twitter, I couldn't tell you how to do it because I've never had to do it myself, and that's why I want to bring people in that can teach you this stuff. Rather than just trying to feed my own ego and be like, oh, I can teach you how to do that. I can't, there's probably people, Victor would probably teach you a hell of a lot more than I could ever teach you about marketing, Victor Grant. And you guys probably, by the way, Victor, congratulations, man. Congratulations on the success of your latest launch. It's awesome to have you here. It's been a minute since we spoke. I'd love to connect up with you again, but he's a great trainer. Like, for example, but what I can show you and what I'm passionate about is how to use my technology and why to use my technology. So what I want to kind of spend some time with you right now on is I'm just going to go in the, I'm going to go in the back office. So I see your chats. I see what you're requesting. And I know that the top 3 things I would say that most of you are requesting right now are training, like marketing training, and training on ways that you can market Ava, ways that you can market your phone number and all that. So I hear you. I think I entered into this with the assumption that most of you are already marketers and you already know how to do that, and you wouldn't sign up to market something if you didn't know how to market. So it's interesting how many people there are, and I get it because it's a desperate time right now, and you see something like this and you don't know what you're doing, you just get involved and you see other people making it work and you're like, yeah, I'm in, and you don't know what you're doing. I completely, I'm compassionate to you. I have empathy towards you, but at the same time, there's much more valuable things that I can spend my time on talking to you about and teaching you on than just that. And so, there's lots of people I can connect you up with that can teach you how to market. Again, I've given him a shout out several times. I'm going to give him another shout out. Franco Gonzalez is the best in the game as far as I'm concerned, as far as how to teaching you the basics of internet marketing. Franco Gonzalez, he's one of my favorite people on the internet. Just a cool guy, and he's just a great teacher. I think if you go to, can't even remember what his simplefreedomclub.com, I believe is. I'm not even going to give you my affiliate link. I'm part of his program, but I don't even care about that anymore. I just want to see you get what you're looking for And if I can bring Franco some additional business, wonderful, because he deserves it. He's a good guy. He's been serving the industry for a long time. There's a lot of people like him, but I mean, I've been working with Franco for a long time, and you know, I don't get any kickback or anything. I love the guy, and I want to see him flourish and thrive in his life, and I want to see you guys get massive value from him. There's not many people that I'll give just a shout out like that, even once, but I've done it several times with Franco. So I hope he knows how much he means to me. And I hope you see that. I'm telling you, if you want to learn marketing, go follow Franco Gonzalez. I'm telling you, that's how you're going to learn marketing. Hopefully that helps you. So for those of you that are looking for some guidance, I think he has a program you can get started for. I think it's $25. I can't remember exactly. But I created his platform, his Simple Freedom platform, which is another reason I'm telling you to go use it, because it's cool. It's really cool stuff. Anyways, let's get into, let me show you let me just kind of show some technical training real quick. How are we doing on time? We are 2 hours in. We still have, let's see how many people we got on. We still have 252 people hanging out. That's amazing, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. So that means that you really are interested in the next part of this. So let's get into it. Let's get you some basic training on Ava Basic. So the first thing that you need to understand about Ava Basic is that it is just that. It's kind of the basic version of this technology. And if you want to access the broadcaster and all the Ava Plus features, like being able to customize and create custom bots and all that, you got to become an Ava Plus member. So let's focus on Ava Basic, which is everybody going to get when you pay the $100 and a minimum of $10 in usage credits. You're going to get access to Ava Basic. And what Ava Basic gives you, you're going to get a phone number, you're going to get a website that you can connect people up to Ava. And what Ava will do for you is she'll automatically answer the call, like I've already explained. You guys already know this. But she will actually, if you come in here to settings, okay, you can come in and you can put in your primary business link. This is the website address that you want to have Ava direct your leads to after they connect with her, okay? And so basically what this does, and this also will come into play in the back office. So if you'll notice here, if we go to my dashboard, oh, geez, I'll log in. If we go here to your inviter's recommended business opportunity, if they click on check it out, whatever website address you put in here into the settings right here, that's the website address that your leads are going to be clicking on or visiting when they click on check it out. So what's really cool about this is you can invite people in to TextBot, and without them ever having to pay anything, you can expose them to your recommended business opportunity. You'll be surprised on how many people actually click that link. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's how you set that up. That's very easy. Then the mobile number to receive alerts on, this is the mobile phone number that you want to receive your alerts on. That's my personal mobile. I was going to hide it. I don't care. There it is. You can write it down, whatever. I have no problem. Making myself available. But just know that if I get a bunch of random texts from people, then I'm probably not going to respond. But anyway, what Ava will also do for you is 24 hours after a lead connects with her and basically gives permission for her and for us to send automated text messages, 24 hours after that, they're going to get an automated follow-up text message, and whatever you type into this field right here is what Ava is going to send. And honestly, that's as far as we go as far as the automated follow-ups go with Ava Basic. She'll just do a one-time automated follow-up 24 hours after your lead opts in. And then other than that, you've got custom keywords. So let me show you these custom keywords. So just kind of think of custom keywords as a way for you to kind of basically train Ava to say, okay, if somebody says this or something like this, then I want you to respond and say this, right? So we go into custom keywords. I've got a bunch of different custom keywords here, contact, sign up, just whatever, right? And so what you do is you go in and just click on create keyword. We could just say webinar. And other words or phrases to watch for. If there was other words, like, so for example, I don't know what other word we could use other than webinar, but in this example, it's kind of hard to show you different words. But if you were to use, for example, let me just show you some of the other ones I'll give you. No, that's not one. Here we go. So sign up, and you can also look for the word join. But I made a mistake here, and let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. If you have a keyword, like for example, you got the keyword join right here, and then you also have another keyword to look for, which is join. These are gonna conflict. So if you're finding that you're having an issue with your custom keywords, then the problem is you're probably creating some conflicting logic by creating multiple records of the same keyword, right? So you have join in here as an other word or phrase to watch for, but then I also have join as a main keyword, so that's going to conflict. So that was my fault, but I'm glad I did that because I can teach you not to do that, right? So the way we would solve that is just by deleting one of these, and then that will resolve the conflict. So it's just as simple as that. And you go in here and you just type in the text response that you want Ava to send if she sees that keyword or something like it. And it's as simple as that. And you can see how many triggers how many times that keyword was triggered. And let's see here. You can delete it, you can edit it, and it's really just that simple. And the ways that you can use custom keywords, you could get pretty advanced with this. So a lot of what a lot of people do is they'll kind of automate their FAQs with this. And let me give you one example. So you could automate your FAQs, but one way that you can really leverage the power of this in your own business, if you're in network marketing, for example, is you could create a keyword called company. And then you could maybe give a little blurb about the company, or maybe you have a video that explains a little more about the company, and you can instruct people in your own marketing. And you can even tell Ava to tell people this if you want to. And basically how it works is people would say, okay, tell me about the company. And then Ava would respond with whatever link you give her or whatever. And you could say, tell me about the products. And so you can have a different blurb and a different link and a different video for the different aspects of the business that people want to learn about. If you notice, most marketing systems in the network marketing industry, they all focus on three elements of the business, right? It's the company, the product, and the compensation plan. That's what most funnels consist of in the network marketing industry. The company, the product, and the compensation plan. Sometimes there'll be an FAQ. Sometimes there'll be like meet your sponsor kind of a thing or whatever. But these are the aspects that you want to focus on. So you want to create a keyword for company, for compensation plan, for product, and then you could create a keyword for different FAQs. You could create a keyword for how much, so people ask the question, how much is it to get started? You could answer that question. This just gives you a little bit of a general idea of how to leverage custom keywords so that this actually becomes valuable to you, and you're not just using Ava to make $100 payments. Let's talk about that real quick. I know a lot of you got started here because you just signed up, you paid your $100 because you want to make $100. But what I really want to encourage you to do is to leverage the power and the value of the product. This is not a money game. This is not something you're just going to pay $100 to make $100. You shouldn't have paid $100 if you have no interest in using the product. I mean, people are gonna be like, why are you saying that? But I'm going to tell you that. The problem is we've got people in here that paid $100 because they thought they were joining some sort of a money game or something, and you don't realize you're paying $100 for a product, for a software. The opportunity, the reseller program, this is kind of a bonus, something that not only can you save time by using the product, but now you can make money by being part of the reseller program. But that's what I really want you to understand. So this can be incredibly valuable to you, but obviously you're going to be able to make Ava even more smart by becoming an Ava Plus member, because this is as far as you can go with customization. But when you jump into Ava Plus, let me just jump in there real quick, and I'll kind of just walk you through this as quickly as I can. So for example, right, I've got one called Jeff Long's Personal Assistant. So I'm building out, and I would recommend a lot of you to do this as well. You could build out a personal assistant for yourself. So one of the ideas that I have for myself is I really don't like getting a bunch of random text messages that I don't know who the people are, and then I have to respond and blah, 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 right? So I put Ava in charge of that for me. So instead of when people ask me what my phone number is, I'm going to give them my Ava phone number instead of my own personal mobile phone number. And then Ava can start sifting and sorting all my incoming communications. So here's kind of how I did that, right? So I created a sequence. I don't know how far I got in the customization of this, but we've got, so one thing you need to understand, I'm not going to do a full training. Like I said, there's a training video here, but I'm not going to do like a full ins and out training because we're really, I'm getting tired and we're coming up on, we're just over 2 hours. So let me just kind of give you the gist of how this works so you can get in here and start playing with it, okay? You've got outgoing and incoming text, or outgoing and incoming actions. You've got 3 elements here. You've got keywords, you've got actions, and then you've got your overall bot settings. And if you watch this video, you'll learn about each one. What I really need you to pay attention to, and this might be something that people are missing, is that you can create a custom action. All right. And then once you've created a custom action, then you can go in and you can attach that action to a previous action by simply going into the action settings panel and going down to next action to perform. And then you just choose that custom action that you just created. This allows you to do some really cool stuff. So let me give you kind of a real world example here if I can, right? So we have first response to incoming text, greet the caller, and then ask for permission to send text messages. So if we look at this, we've got, it's an outgoing text, right? It's an outgoing action, meaning Ava's sending a text message. The title of the action is just for our own records, the description, just so you know what we're doing. And then this is the text message. Hi there, this is Ava, Jeff Long's automated virtual assistant. Do I have your permission to send you text messages? Reply yes to continue or stop to end, right? So then what we're going to do after we send this text message is we're going to set the next action to perform of read response to see if permission is being granted. This is what the action is called. That makes sense? So this is what we're sending the text message. Then we're saying now we need an incoming action because now we need Ava to read the incoming response. That's what this is. So read response to see if permission is being granted. This is an incoming action. And so what this tells us is that we're looking for an only yes answer, meaning we only want to see the word yes or something, something similar to the word yes. And what's cool about the technology is that's all programmed in there for you. If somebody says yup, the system will recognize it as the same thing as yes or yeah or sure or anything like that, right? So you don't have to worry about them using a variation of the word yes because it's all programmed in there for you. I do have my share screen on, right? I don't. I just realized I don't have the share screen on this entire time. You've got to be kidding me. See, I'm getting tired. Well, there you go. Now I've got it on. I lost like 50 of you. Sorry about that, but I still got 200 of you. So, oh, that's frustrating. I'm very sorry, you guys. I wasn't paying attention to the chat, and I just now realized that my screen is not sharing, but it is now. So let me take you through what I was just sharing with you, just so that wasn't a waste of time. Let me come back to Ava Basic and show you some of the screen. So if we go to settings, this is where I was showing you the primary business link, phone number, and then this is the message that you're going to put in for your 24-hour message. So a couple of things in Ava Basic, actually, before we move off of this. This is your lead CRM system. So all the leads that you get, they'll be filtered in right here. Now, some of this is a little bit buggy. Like, for example, when people express their interest through the web funnel, it's not tying in correctly. So you're not seeing that here. That's being resolved. Apologize for that. But if you come in here and you can just click on, let's see, somebody that we actually, Mighty Mouse, that's funny. You just come in here. So you can see a log that, and this is the Ava Basic, but you can see a log that Ava performs here. You can see the message received yes, And then she went ahead and set the permission granted field, check to see if they replied yes to the next message. So this is all being cleared up, so it's a little bit clearer for you, and you know exactly what all this means, and then how to leverage this data to actually make something happen. So you can make the sale, or you can generate a higher quality lead by, you know, bringing them into getting their interest in other things, whatever you want to do. But the most important thing here is you can click this chat icon, and then you can open up the chat. You can open up the chat window here, right? And then you just got to look for, let's see, who was that person's name? Virginia Porter. Just give you an example how to use this here. And we're going to make it so that Virginia Porter's actual text message conversation will pop up when you click it, but that's a little more complicated than you would think. So we haven't done that yet. So here you can see we got Virginia Porter, and there we go, right? So thanks, what's your full name? Virginia Porter. It just sent me a notification letting me know that I got a new lead, the name of the person. And then this is what I programmed it to respond as, right? It's a little bit buggy here. It looks like what we've got here, that it actually didn't send these messages. This is something I meant to talk to you guys about anyways. If you're seeing duplicate messages like this, the lead didn't get the duplicate messages. It's actually an issue and a bug with the UI, where the UI is pulling in the same stuff. So we'll get that cleaned up for you. So that's just an example. So I could type in here, I'm not going to do it because it's way late, and this would actually go to Virginia Porter, so I don't want to do that. But I can just click this off, and I'm not going to click that either because it will send a message to Virginia when I do that. I can turn Ava off, and then I can come in here and just take over the conversation and literally just hold a real-time text message conversation with Virginia, where my replies are being sent to her cell phone, and her replies would be sent here, right here to my back office. All right, so that gives you a general idea how to use that. And then this is where the personal evolution training will be. So the video that Marcus is creating to pre-sell this and to give you an idea of what this is and why you're going to want to pay attention to it. That video is coming, as Marcus already explained to you. But this is going to be some really, really powerful stuff, really valuable. And what's great about it, y'all, is that we're giving it to you at no additional cost. It just is included when you're paying the $100. And if you already paid the $100, you're going to get access to this. We're not asking you for any additional money. You're welcome. That's how, honestly, that's really how much we care about seeing you win, because we could have easily put an upsell price on this and just said, no, if you want access to this, you're going to pay additional money. And all of you would have paid that additional money, but we did not do that, right? Let's see here. What else here? So that's Ava Basic. That's the rundown there of Ava Basic. If you have any additional questions about that, we're always available. But it's very easy. It's just the more complicated stuff is obviously here with Ava Plus. Let me jump back into where I was. I can't remember exactly why I jumped over. Oh, because I wasn't showing my screen. That's right. So now you can see my screen. There's 3 different elements. Again, I'm not going to go into in depth of this. You can watch this training video. It's about a 30-minute training video that shows you how to use all this. So I don't really want to take time to do that right here. But one of the main things I was explaining to you is you can create a custom action, right? And so what that means is you can create an outgoing action, like Ava sending a text message, or you can create an incoming action, which is Ava reading a text message. And it's really going to, the incoming action is always going to be dependent on the incoming message, or the incoming action is always going to be dependent on the objective of the outgoing message. So if you're sending a text and you're asking a question, well, you're going to set up the incoming action to read the answer, and you got to see that it's, you know, what you're looking for, and if it's not, then it'll process it accordingly. So if you've ever used like a mini chat type system or a chat bot type system, you're familiar with how this works, kind of the if they say this, respond this way, do this. But there's really kind of some cool things here that you can do beyond just sending text messages. you can send an email. This is something that, this is something we're working on to allow you to, I have the hiccups now. This is not good. Let me take a drink. See if that helps. You can actually compose a custom email, a template, and then you can tell Ava, yeah, I want you to send that email when this action is triggered. You can also, for you tech geeks and for you people that have like your own systems, like Victor, you're going to love this. You can ping a webhook. So what that means is you can send this lead's data off to your own web server. Obviously, it's got to have some security in there, and obviously some checks and balances need to be put in place. But you can ping your own web server, send data, and it'll let your web server know what action was just taken, the details of the lead, the name of the text bot, that, you know, all the data that you need to be able to do some cool things on your own end, with your own products, with your own system. You're gonna be able to do that with Ava Plus by just pinging your webhook. And obviously this is for advanced users. If you don't know how to use this, then you know, I might spend some time teaching you how to do it, but that's like teaching you programming, and that's not something that is not easily done, right? Now, the other thing you can do is you can set it up so that Ava can send you a text message notification when this action is triggered. So, for example, if you're asking a qualifying question like, do you have $100 to get started? And they say yes, you can set it up to have Ava notify you that, hey, Jeff Long just said they had $100. Here's their phone number. Call them and make the sale. Or, you know, Ava's going to do it for you. But if, for example, if you weren't selling Ava, let's say you're selling XYZ MLM company, it costs $500 to get started. You're going to want to qualify. This is another way you can use this. You're going to want to qualify people based on the budget requirements to get started with you. You don't want to talk to somebody that only, you know, maybe doesn't have the $500 required to get started. You maybe just want to put them into a follow-up sequence or just a drip sequence where they just get value from you. But in this case, you could just say, hey, you got $500 to get started. They say yes. Ava notifies you. Boom. Right. That's just one idea of how to use that. I know I'm going through this really fast, but hopefully I'm just opening your mind up a little bit more to how this works and the possibilities. Just remember, you've got outgoing and incoming actions. So you send a text. You can just make it as simple as just sending in a one-off text. And you don't care about the response, or you can make it as complicated as sending a text, reading the response, sending another text, reading the response, sending another text, and you can go as deep as you want. Okay, so that's the most important thing to understand about that. Hopping in, let's see. Oh, the TextBot Marketplace. There's not a whole lot there yet, but the TextBot Marketplace, you guys, I really want to help. I want to help you understand something. So all these new companies that are launching, all these new exciting, you know, we've got, I'm not going to name any names right now, but you know what I'm talking about. You got all these new companies that are launching, and for every single new exciting shiny ball that comes out, shiny object that comes out, I get it. What we're going to do is we're going to have a ready-to-go TextBot sequence for that specific opportunity, for that specific company, and then those will all be available to you in the TextBot Marketplace, where you say, oh, I'm an XYZ MLM company member. I'm going to go in. I want the XYZ MLM company TextBot sequence. You click a button. We put it in your account, and then you can go in and customize it however you want. But it's all done for you. You don't even have to customize it if you don't want to, but if you want to, the ability will be there, right? So that's kind of what I'm talking about. The TextBot Marketplace is going to be a game changer for the industry, and it's really going to save you a ton of time and really allow you to go out there and sell TextBot better than you are right now, because you could take TextBot to an XYZ MLM member and you can specifically show them how to use TextBot to specifically help them in their XYZ MLM business. And we're going to have a ready-to-go TextBot for XYZ MLM, right? That makes sense to everybody? Hopefully. That's the TextBot Marketplace in a nutshell. And what's really amazing about this is, you know, for example, if you're a ClickFunnels member, you could go in and you can create your own funnels. You can spend your own time to create your own funnels, and then you could put it in the marketplace. And if Russell finds that it's a good enough funnel and it's going to bring enough value to the market, then he'll allow you to put it in the marketplace. And my understanding is people buy that funnel, you can make money as the creator of that funnel. Well, it's a similar concept here with the marketplace. You can spend time creating a bunch of different text bots for different industries, different companies. It's user generated data is basically what we're doing, so that we don't always have to take our time to create it. We can leverage your thoughts, your minds, your talents out there, and you can go out and you can create these text bots. And, you know, there might be different versions. You might like Peter's version better than my version, or you might like John's version better than my version. You know, there'll be different versions for different companies. You can pick and choose which one you like. Simple as that, right? Then we've got the lifestyle ascension. This is what Marcus was talking about. The next level training. So, and that's also included with Ava Plus. So you get that. You get that at no additional cost either. You just get access to this training just by becoming an Ava Plus member. You're going to get Lifestyle Ascension, and just by being Ava Basic, you're going to get Personal Evolution. So again, we're just making this incredibly valuable so that the chances of you getting paid and changing your life are greatly increased. So let's hop over to the broadcaster real quick. I went through this on the webinar. This is so easy to use. I don't even think it needs training. If you have any questions on this, let me know. It's so easy to use. But one thing I will tell you about the broadcaster, I kind of hit on this in the webinar, but you can only send 50 messages per day per phone number. That's not a limit put on by us so that we force you to buy more phone numbers. That's an industry compliance limit. You can only send 50 messages per day per phone number, and it's a long code issue. And so you have short codes, in which a lot of you probably are familiar with, and you have long codes, and that's what these are. These are 10-digit phone numbers, and they call them long codes in the industry. And that's just how it is, 50 messages per day per phone number. So per phone number that you own, you can increase that limit. And what I'm working on for you is the ability to purchase or to put in purchase orders, because how it works is, let's say you want 1,000 numbers. Well, I'm not going to have 1,000 numbers to just give to you, because that's going to take away from our main number pool. So I have to put in a custom order for you to get those 1,000 numbers. And so you'll pay for them, and then we do what we got to do, and then we'll load them into your account. So it's kind of a little bit more of a manual process than anybody would like, but it has to be that way. Just because the way this works and the way our model works. So if you want more phone numbers, we're going to give you the ability to put in a purchase order just right from your back office. Don't worry about contacting support right now. We'll make that very easy for you to go ahead and put in a purchase order for more phone numbers, and we'll get that handled for you. And you can usually expect to have your phone numbers provisioned and added into your account within 48 to 72 hours. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer depending on how busy the provider is. But there's a couple things that they would have to do on their end. We got to do a couple things on our end, and boom, away we go. The resellers tab, we've got the links, which I showed you. This is how you get access to the FB group, the Facebook group. We've got some resources in here that I want to show you, and we're constantly adding more. Here are the promo videos that you can use. These are all the videos that Marcus has done. They're amazing. We've got testimonial videos. There's our man Bones. Some email swipe copy. And again, we're constantly adding to this. But I want to draw your attention to the Instagram right here. So you want to make sure you check out Instagram, because there's a ton of resources there, marketing resources, images and videos that you can use. And it's come to my attention that it's very difficult. It's more difficult to actually grab media from Instagram. So what we're going to do is actually put the actual media file, the source file, right here in your back office, so you can just grab it and do whatever you want with it. So you can expect to have that done sometime next week. I think that's it. And then if you ever need any help, you got live chat right here. We're available, in reasonable hours. Soon, I want to tell you, soon we will be a 24/7 support operation. I'm incredibly fired up about that. I'm sure Sandy's very excited about that too. She's been doing an amazing job holding it down with thousands and thousands and thousands of our resellers. I want to give Sandy a personal shout out. And I want to just say thank you so much, Sandy, for all your hard work, for all the stress that you put up with, and, for keeping things and taking care of people, especially while I was on vacation. It's just great to have such an awesome team that allows me to go spend some time away from all this without seeing all of this crash and crumble to the ground. So that's pretty awesome. So just give a quick shout out to Sandy. If she has been, if she's brought value to you and she's helped you, let her know. It's very, very important to me that she feels valued and knows how much she's appreciated. And go listen, like if you've got like a ticket in and maybe you're not getting a response in a couple hours or a couple days, all you got to do is just send in a quick little friendly reminder. Don't yell at us. Don't get all impatient. I understand that when there's money involved, emotions are heightened and sometimes it's harder to be kind. But look, just be kind. That's the only request and rule that I've got. There's issues. You want to report them, whatever. Just be kind. That's it. It's not hard. So anyway, I just want to say that. That's kind of where we at. We're at 2.5 hours. So I think I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to spend some time with you guys. Just maybe I'll spend 10 minutes with you answering some questions, and then we're going to get going. I feel really good about this webinar. I hope you guys have gotten some value from it. I'm going to jump in here. There's 50 questions here in the Q&A. So it always can get a little interesting here in the Q&A. But before I get into this, because I don't want to just like shift into this and then change the whole vibe of the thing. If you want to hang out for the Q&As, maybe you've got a question in here that you want answered, I will try to do it as quickly as I possibly can. If I don't get to your question, feel free to just send in a ticket, support@textbot.ai. That's support@textbot.ai. So just our main domain, support@textbot.ai. If you need some assistance and I don't get if I don't get to your question, just go ahead and answer it and ask it there. I'm going to stop my screen sharing here. We still got 165 people hanging out. That's awesome. I love it when, I love it when there's over 100 people still hanging out after 2.5 hours. That's pretty amazing. So let's get to your questions here. If you have questions about the Yes Machine, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I'm not going to spend any time on that right now. Attend my webinar, go to yesmachine.io, just like it sounds, yesmachine.io, register for that webinar, and I'll be happy to share all the details with you there. Can you send emojis, pictures, and GIFs in the text messages? Currently, no, it's just text-based, but what you can do, and this is kind of something I mentioned earlier, you're going to be able to create a voice recording and send that off. So you'll be able to do voice messaging, which I'm very excited. Who you guys excited about that? You excited about voice messaging? I'm fired up about that myself. You're gonna see me use that a lot. And then, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. That always happens to me. Plus it's late, so my brain is giving in a little bit. So anyway, yeah, no emojis, well, yes, you can send emojis for sure. And you can send pictures, but it's not like an MMS message. So it's not going to be inline. There's different ways to do that. It's really complicated. I won't get into it right now, but there's ways that you can do that. Like if you send a link and it happens to have some, what's called meta tags on it. And if you're on an iPhone, for example, and sometimes that link can have a preview image, and that can be how you can send an inline image that way. Let's see here. So for those of you who are like Margaret here, she says, I just got engaged. I also just engaged Ava, paid for it and got the number, but don't know how to start using it. I think there's a lot of people if you're in this category, then what I would recommend to you is you just use your phone number the same way that you would use a website. Imagine you go out there, you create a website on GoDaddy or whatever, you're excited to share your website with people. Well, there's so many different ways that you can get your website in front of people. That's just marketing. And so what you want to think about is your Ava phone number is nothing more than an additional resource and method that you're using together with your website or replacing it. What I do and what I teach people is stop sending your website address to people completely. And the reason I say that is because it's very difficult to track it. If I'm talking to Susie Smith and she's like, yeah, I'm interested, and I send her a website link and that's all I'm sending her, the only way I'm ever going to know if she's interested is one, if I have a capture page on that website and I'm able to capture her information, or if she buys. Those are the only two ways I'm ever going to know that Susie Smith visited my website. So here's a little tip. Ready? Use your phone number instead of a website and let Ava deliver your website address for you. And that way you can track who's getting your link, and you can also track when they click your link. Problem solved. So there's really no reason for you to actually just give out a website address anymore. The other reason this is extremely, extremely valuable is because on sites like Facebook and other social networking platforms, if you use a link in a message, then it's usually has a higher probability of getting filtered out by spam filters and all of that. But if you just use a phone number, for example, on Facebook, the Facebook algorithm, it doesn't like links outside of Facebook. I can tell you that right now. So if you put a link that's linking outside of Facebook, then the chances of your post being seen are a lot less. So if you don't use a link and you use a phone number instead, this is giving you some little tips here. Use a phone number instead, then Facebook will treat that post a lot more friendly, and you have better chances of that post being seen. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so one of the things that I'm working on, because I realize this needs you guys need this. I'm working on a single sales page that details everything, where you don't have to send people through the video tour to get them to sign up. Right now, that's all you've got. And I apologize for that. But what you're going to have is the ability to, if somebody says, yeah, I'm interested, instead of sending them just to the video tour, you're going to have just a page for Ava, and then they can just sign up right there. It'll have your payment instructions right on the page. It's very cool. They'll make it very easy for them if they just want to buy it right then without having to log in and go through the whole process. So that's something I'm working on for you. And you'll also have a version for Ava Plus as well. So I know that is something that you need, and it's something I've got working on for you that is in the process of being worked on right now as we speak. That's what this content is for right here that I went through with you. Then I've got a similar one created for Ava Basic. Oh, you guys, you're not seeing my screen, are you? I just realized that. That's okay. That's okay. Let me go ahead and keep answering questions. I don't want to get too sidetracked here. Awesome. I'm glad you love it. Lots of positive feedback. Lots of people saying, hey, we're not seeing your screen. I'm sure that happened a lot. Sorry about that, you guys. I'll get better at that. Kamaya Israel asks a good question. If you were grandfathered from Abundance Network as a master reseller, are you required to pay the monthly fee? That's a good question. So if you're here from Abundance Network, and perhaps you're not really caught up to speed with what's going on, then what you need to know is that, yes, you're 100% grandfathered in from Abundance Network. That time has passed, but I'll work with you. If you're like, hey, I paid the 100 or the 500 back then, you don't have to pay it again. It's okay. And if you already paid the $500, if you paid the $500 and you were told you don't have to pay anything else, you don't have to pay anything else. It's only those that are, within the last 3 to 4 months that have joined us that need to pay the $50 a month or however they choose to pay the admin fee. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're having a hard time getting into your account, I know some people are saying I can't log in. I don't know what that's about. Go ahead and send an email to support@textbot.ai, and we'll try to see what's happening.
Gerard asked, how can I use Ava to build and duplicate my MLM downline? It's a great question, Gerard. So it kind of goes into, I kind of already answered that, but you could set up a text bot. You'd have to be Ava Plus for this. So you'd have to, upgrade, but you could become, once you become an Ava Plus member, so I'm trying to think through this, how it's the simplest way of doing it. You're going to go ahead and just create a custom text bot. And you can either use the general audio that comes with that custom text bot, or you can create your own audio. So it really just kind of depend on what MLM company it is. Let's say it's a health and wellness company. You could just create something that says, hey, thanks for calling to learn more about my health and wellness company. Press 1 to get all of the details. I'm super excited about this, blah, blah, blah. However you want to sell it, tell people to press 1. And then when they press 1, simply give them another audio that says, okay, now check your text messages, just the same way that you're doing with Ava right now. But instead of focusing in on selling Ava and TextBot, you're going to customize it so you're focusing in on selling your MLM company. So I'll try to have a little more training put together so that makes a little more sense. There's so many people saying, you're not sharing your screen, dummy. Sorry, nobody call me a dummy. I'm calling myself a dummy. So if you can't log in, just send an email to support@textbot.ai. We'll try to figure out what's happening there. Let's see. All right, let's talk about the global reach of TextBot. So it's kind of a hit and miss right now with specific countries such as South Africa. We're having some issues, but technically Ava should work anywhere other than high risk countries. So India, Iran, Africa, other than South Africa, we do allow South Africa, Russia, I'm trying to think, just high risk countries we don't operate in. But tier 1 countries like the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, those countries, we're not having any issues as far as I know. Hopefully that answers your question there. Is there a plan to make a graphic compensation video for the reverse one-up? Yes. Yes, that is something that is in the works. I think that's most of these questions are just people telling me to turn my screen sharing on. So that's good. You guys don't have a whole lot of questions. If I didn't get to your question, I think it's because only because answering that question is going to open up other things that I don't have time to discuss right now. So again, if I didn't get to your question, just go into email support@textbot.ai. We'll do our best to get you an answer as quickly as possible. We're coming up on 3 hours. I don't really see any other poignant or really, really important questions in here. Yes, I'm going to do another webinar next week for Yes Machine, and we'll also do another webinar just like this, except I will shorten it up. This webinar, I hadn't spoken to you guys for a while, so I wanted to come out and give you these really exciting updates and just talk to you. But the next webinar, it's going to be 100% sales based. You can bring people onto it, and it'll be more organized, and I won't be jumping back and forth, and I'll remember to share my damn screen. Real quick, I'll answer this question. What is the reverse one-up? The reverse one-up that's the name of our compensation plan, and basically means instead of passing up your first sale, you pass up your second sale. So they call that a reverse one-up. So hopefully that makes sense. And so instead of passing up your first sale, you pass up your second sale. That's why they call it a reverse one-up. I like the reverse one-up because it allows you to break even on your first sale. A lot of people just force you to pass up your first sale, and that's frustrating to a lot of people. Imagine paying $100, making a sale, and then and then that $100 goes to someone else, and you're like, oh crap, I could have had that $100, and then I could have broke even. So I don't want you to be that. I don't want you to be in that situation. So, oh yeah, Very, very good thing to bring up. And I apologize, I did not bring this up because it's brand new and it's not something that I'm used to talking about just yet. But that's our $10 trial. So let me talk about that real quick. For those of you that aren't aware of this, we've added a new option to where you, if you haven't gotten started yet, you can get started for just $10 and we give you a 7-day trial of Ava. Now, you can't go make money with it, but you can just kind of jump in, test the waters, get yourself a number, get yourself a website address. And then what happens is you can go promote it. And if you make your first sale, you can use that first sale as basically you paying the $100. So because of the way that our technology works, where we can direct payments to specific people, we do some cool things with programming. And basically, if anybody's part of the 10-day trial, I'm sorry, the $10 7-day, geez, $10 7-day trial, then what happens is when you make it your first sale, right? Let's say you're part of the trial, you're using Ava, somebody says that they want to buy it. Well, if you're a trial member, you're not going to be able to get that money. Instead, we're going to direct that sale to your inviter. And when your inviter says, yep, that payment was made, that will automatically activate you. So you're actually paying your $100 payment using other people's money. It's very cool. I don't recommend getting started that way because it takes longer for you to, start winning, and it takes longer for you to start using everything. But hey, if $10 is all you got, then it allows you to get started. I don't know what you mean, Douglas. It didn't say anything about 10 days. Yeah, it's a 7-day trial, but it's a $10 7-day trial. I apologize. It's not 10 days. And it's inside your back office. There's for those of you that haven't activated yourself yet, there's an option there that says try the trial. And what this does is it allows you to go out there as a reseller. And we're also putting together another funnel that leverages the $10 trial. I've got a lot I'm working on for you guys. But we'll have another funnel that leverages the $10 trial, speaks about it, and you can just crush it with that. So that's going to be really exciting. Well, does this work in the Philippines? Yes, it does. Now, the great thing, this also is very unique. It'll be changing soon, so take advantage of it while I'm still doing it. But any overseas text message is still billed the same rate as a US-based text message. So what that means is that my company is charged somewhere in the ballpark, I think it's 2 cents. I'm sorry, not 2 cents. 2 or 3 cents, right? So you're being charged a cent, but in some countries, for example, like the Philippines, I know is more expensive, like 2-3 cents. You're only charged a cent. So who's eating that cost? We are, right? We're eating that cost for you. And right now, it's been something that is just, it allows us to simplify our pricing, and it hasn't killed us. And so it's something that we're keeping an eye on. And as long as people don't abuse it and hurt us with it, we'll keep doing it. But what that means is that it's just one simple simple pricing structure, just 1 cent per text message. Working in UAE, yes, it does work there. Still, for those in need, they can leverage into the fields and the sales more that covers monthly fees. I'm sorry, I don't understand that question. If you want to try to clarify it, that's cool. But anyways, you guys, I think that's all I've got. That's pretty much all I've got in my brain. So if I continue on, I'm probably going to ramble. And I definitely don't want to do that. But I'm super fired up about the acquisition deal, what the possibilities that this opens up for us, the peace of mind that has been created for me, which allows me to be a much more valuable and effective leader for you, to help you get what you want out of your life. I'm just super excited about it. So definitely a shorter webinar is definitely better, but I had a lot to cover. Like I said, the next webinar, we're going to keep it to 30 minutes to an hour, sales-based stuff, just powerful, giving you and making you money. That's what we're focused on. So yes, I will make the recording available. I appreciate everybody attending and staying on this long. This is awesome. I know there's many of you that's like 5 o'clock in the morning. So let's go to bed. For those of us that it's bedtime, let's get some good rest, and let's start our day fresh tomorrow. If here's what I would recommend: hit our TextBot Instagram channel, watch our videos, and also get a good feel for our vibe, and join our tribe. I always do these long webbies. I try to keep them super short, but it always turns out to be a little bit longer than I expect, only because I'm trying to combine sales, training, answering questions, and all the above. So anyway, I think we did a pretty good job. Appreciate everybody. If you have any more questions, support@textbot.ai. Get back to the person who invited you here. If you are brand new, you like what you're hearing, if you've stuck around this long, you definitely need to get started with us. So no worries. If you don't like long webinars, no one's forcing you to stay. But I really appreciate your time and attention. I'll try to shorten them up. I get it. Feedback received. Love and appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful evening.